Oh fuck! I fucked this shit up.
You got anything else to add up?
Huh?
You got anything
No.
else to add on it?
No,
Today?
I
Yeah.
don't. All my shit's fucked.
Oh my god.
It's all good. Just start. Just start, Kyle. I'll fix it.
Do you get it? Get it going. We got people waiting to watch it.
No, you're good. Start it. I've already gone live. They already
oh, they-
see. They already see what I've done.
Oh, I thought you were like, oh, I don't give a fuck.
no,
Like,
no,
just-
no.
We'll
No,
just
they
like go
see.
live in the middle of it.
I don't know why this is happening.
You don't turn on the TV and they're already fucking going.
Oh.
All
I
right.
made everybody smaller, so I'm the main attraction, son.
Unique New York.
Unique
New York. I kind of like it when you call me mama.
I kind of like it when you shaking your ass in my mouth.
Okay, what are we doing?
Okay. What's good, my fellow Hole fanatics?
Yep.
I just got out of the bath. Don't worry, I didn't drain it. You can just add to it your own filth. It's all about sharing love here, you know? And it's the Anime Trap Home. And like, get a couple sips in and tell me if it's good for canning yet. Because you know we just try and get that hustle here at the Anime Trap House.
You know, we kind of, me and Kyle are gonna have a problem because we're trying to show off these spiffy new hats, but
Yeah.
like our camera angles are not doing it.
Oh yeah,
you
right.
know?
It's like I'm like, can't see it.
Oh
it yet.
my
Hold
wa-
head up.
Oh my wamo. Shindaru.
No, I'm not. Look, I can't just like sit here and read the fucking podcast.
Also, I gotta show you guys my shirt because it's
Yeah.
JoJo.
Oh,
You know? Or Jotaro.
Yeah, hell
then-
yeah.
And then the back, I can't, but the back has Dio on it, and then on the right sleeve it says Ora Ora Ora,
Oh.
and then it says Muda
Where?
Muda Muda on the other sleeve.
Where did you buy that?
You know, that's a good question. I think either Hot Topic. I think it was Hot Topic.
Hot Topic? I need to start going
Yeah.
to the mall, I guess. Fuck
Hot
Corona.
Topic. Hot Topic's got some good shit. Hold on, I gotta spin it around.
Oh, that's so good. I need that.
Yeah, that's really good.
I'm naked. Don't look at me. And then this one's Dio.
You're not naked if the shirt isn't quite on.
So yeah,
Can't just have your arms in your sleeves and be like, I'm naked now.
I'm naked now.
Naked man.
Oh, my wire's all jacked up. All right, just keep going.
Welcome back. It's part 3 of 3 of us doing It Invaded, the anime that burned enough content from other stuff it was stealing, so it started stealing from other stuff to try and fill the gaps for the finish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your host, Kyle Schmidt Ido Ramsey, and joined with me once again is Cody Baka Ido and Chambers and Harris Imbecile Ido Khan.
Did you say
Yeah, that makes
Schmeat?
sense. Considering I'm all wrapped up in my wire. Okay, we're good.
Did you say Schmeat? Ramsey?
Yeah, Schmidt Ido.
Schmiido.
It's the
What's
the
Ido?
Schmidt well.
Oh.
Remember the whole naming scheme? I
Yeah,
did
I don't-
something cute because we're doing this podcast
Mm-mm.
about this thing.
What thing?
Mm-mm.
And
Wait,
I
what were
called
we
you guys
supposed to watch?
stupid. I called you guys stupid and dumb. Dumb.
Huh?
Huh? How are you guys doing? What's been going on?
Avengers.
Avengers.
Right? It's just been
Avengers.
Avengers and a Chamberlain. That's it.
Avengers, a
And-
trembling, and wow.
And wow, yeah,
Wow.
not proud of this.
Wait,
Nope.
did you
No.
get back in that?
Yeah, I have a free
Oh.
account. I'm gonna play every
Yep.
class until I'm
Yeah.
20,
Yeah.
and then I'm not playing anymore, and then I'm
Yep.
done.
Yep. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just one hit.
are.
Just one hit.
You're just gonna just one hit. Just
Listen, I haven't
that's
done
not
meth.
how it works.
I haven't done meth in a very long time. Just one hit.
Just one.
Promise I'm not
injection.
gonna
That's it.
relapse.
I'm not
I'm gonna
relapsing.
find you. Just you're gonna be like fucking Kloos next podcast, just fucking clicking away. And be like, "What are you
Yep.
doing?" Like, huh?
No, huh?
Huh?
Harris, what'd
What
you
are
think
you
about
talking
that? What? I thought
What?
it was good. It was good. Why
Huh?
was it good?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's,
it was
oh,
fucking,
it's good.
it's great.
Needs
It
to
was good.
stand for leather belt.
It's good. You
Yeah.
know? It's great.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, you wanna give some insight why it was great? It was great. It's
It was
great.
great, you know, I mean, it went out there and accomplished what it needed to.
Yeah.
You know,
See, I think
It
Harris could
sounds
pull
like-
it off because he could bullshit. He could bullshit better than anybody I've ever
I'm-
met in my entire life.
That guy honestly has been bullshitting his whole life,
Yeah.
and
I don't know what's real anymore.
Harris should be a fucking like used car salesman.
No, because I don't bullshit when it ends like hurting someone. You know, like
mhm.
if I bullshit someone into getting a car that's a
You-
piece of shit, I'd feel bad.
You hurt me every time you bullshit.
Yeah, but you're a piece of shit, so it's
Oh,
fine.
you're right.
You're meant to be.
yeah,
hurt.
forgot.
that's fair.
My bad.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
You made
You
me
forgot
hurt.
you were a piece of shit.
Forgot
Let me
about
remind
it.
you, you're a piece of shit.
Okay, thanks. Cool. Fuck
You're
you,
welcome.
dude.
No, dude, fuck me.
Yeah, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, fuck me.
To
So what do
answer
you
your
guys think of
question, hold on. To answer your question, Kyle, I've had a really bad week because one of my best friends said I was a piece of shit just now. It's been a fucking awful week.
Who's your friend?
Not you.
No one here is your friend.
Not you.
We are
Oh,
business
we're-
associates.
Yeah, we're coworkers now.
Yeah.
at
We're coworkers.
best.
Well, guess what? I'm
Yeah,
your
at
fucking
best,
boss,
dude.
dude. So you know what? If you want to keep your job, I'm gonna need my balls touched. All right.
Fire me, dude. I'll give you some quid pro quo, dude.
Wait, what's quid pro quo?
That means I touch your balls and you touch my balls
Is it-
financially. That's what that
Oh,
means.
fuck
quid,
yeah, dude.
quid pro quo.
All right, I'll give you like $2 because we ain't making
It's
we ain't making a whole lot here, dog.
But yeah, no. How are you? What did you guys think of the show? The finales, the last 5 episodes of Invaded we did. Harris.
So this show was perfect. Like
Yeah.
legitimately, you know, we always complain, and every anime that we've seen up until this point, except for like
Mhm.
maybe Cautious Hero, like feels like the first season that we watch is just like a trailer for
setup.
the next season. you know? But this was like a fully encapsulated story. They left enough space to do something more if they wanted to, but I'm very
That's it.
happy with everything that went down. I think it was like I'm sad that I've said other things were dope as dope because this pushes all of those things down. You know what I mean?
Oh man. Yeah. See, this is the problem with like our yes or no scale.
Yeah.
we have like it's nothing to go off of. It's either people are like, yeah, they mostly liked it, or they mostly didn't. Like that's it. But I mean, really though, anime watchers are gonna watch fucking everything anyway. So
Yeah. But this is something that I was like recommending to people that don't even watch anime
yeah.
because it didn't have like the classic anime like kind of tropes where it's like the overreaction and stuff like that. Like
Mhm.
it's just a good show about serial killers in a weird world. You
yeah,
know?
I almost turned on. Like I had to watch the last episode, so I was like, I wonder if my roommate would watch it. She doesn't really watch anime, and I was like, man, I feel like this is a great show to watch if you're not an anime watcher, but it's a bad show to like throw in on the last episodes, where it's gonna have like 30 questions. Like, how is that important? Why
Yeah.
are they in this world? What does that do?
Yeah, right. You bring them in. So the way that I was describing this to people was like the first 6 episodes, 6 or 7 episodes, I would say, are like world building, just explaining how the world
Yeah.
works, and then the last part of it is like a self-contained movie. Like
Yeah,
you could
pretty
jump
much.
into it from when they go into Sakaido's Idwell, right?
Mhm.
And then go on through, but the rest of it kind of sets up characters and like the world and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
if Paprika was like this and you had a whole thing before explaining how the dream thing worked and then had the movie, it would be
Mhm.
this.
This is what you're like kind of touching on, how like the whole first few episodes are like world building and then that. And like there's a problem I have with a lot of movies that like just okay, you can perfectly write things, but a lot of movies aren't perfectly written, obviously. But like they will like jam the world building into like the first section of a movie, and then it'll just the rest of the movie will just feel rushed
Yeah.
as a result because they don't want to have a 5-hour movie. And that's the reason why shows sometimes are just way better because you
Yeah.
get to like actually like make it transition and not just feel like some rush like, oh, all the shit works, here's all the rules, and now we're gonna do the plot and it's done. And you're like, all
Yeah.
right.
Exactly. And also, I have to say, look at me. The music in this fucking show. There isn't a song that played in this entire show that
Right?
I didn't add to a playlist immediately after. I
Yeah.
heard it.
These guys got some taste.
Yeah.
Like
We should knew
it's
just from the intro, but like
it's so like that like jazzy hip hop like music you would not find in an anime, but music you'd only find in an
Right.
I
you
can't
know?
remember the name of the song, but the song that played when he's in that world with the buildings and the fire, like a samurai.
Samurai, yeah.
Yeah, that I had that stuck in my head for like 5 days.
That butterfly, other side, fucking bops, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking
It
bops.
bips and bops. And the ending song, I don't know if I've heard a better song than that.
No.
Like you've heard me
it's so
what
good.
we've been doing this for almost a year, about a year maybe.
Yeah.
You've heard we did Demon Slayer for our first anime. You've heard me suck off that song
Hell yeah.
nonstop the whole time. The
Hell yeah.
ending song of It Invaded bops harder than anything I've ever
Literally
listened
like makes like it's hard to go back and listen to the Demon Slayer opening because of how good this one is. Like
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. This whole anime just like pushes everything that we've watched down a level, except for Baki.
to. Yep.
Including
Sure.
Promise Neverland.
Including Promise Neverland, because Promise Neverland had the same problem where the first season was really good, but
Yeah.
it just felt like set up for the next season. It wasn't like
Yeah.
a necessarily like self-contained thing because of how
Yeah, it didn't
many
really
open
end,
questions
and you
there
know
were.
that there's you're right. You're
and,
right.
and this one had like all the questions you had in the first episode are resolved to a certain degree, and they left
Mhm.
it just open enough to do a next season. Also, like I
Mhm.
was reading about this. This wasn't based on a manga. This was just an anime that people had money put together, and then they made a sequel that's a manga.
That's probably why, because because manga is supposed to be written so that way they can just keep writing it,
Right.
right? And they were like, no, we're gonna actually make a show.
We're gonna finish it.
Yeah, we're actually gonna like just tell a full story, you know?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Cody, you
Holy
ever gonna
shit.
start giving opinions, or do I?
Yeah,
gotta,
dude, what are
hold
you
your
doing?
hand
You
here?
asked Harris first. I was being quiet so he could get his opinion out, dick face.
No. See, that's what I'm talking about. You bad boss.
See, y'all
Bosses are supposed to
fucking-
put their people down.
Bad
Y'all
boss,
fucking just
right?
see. Y'all don't even know how it works around here, dude.
I was starting to see how long it would take. I was just like, I'm gonna.
I was letting him get his
I
fucking
don't-
thing
I'm
out.
just sitting there going, please let me say my opinion.
Go ahead, Mr. Joester.
This show's great. This is the dope. If I could make a new rating, which I can't because it's breaking the rules, and everybody knows I'm an avid rule follower.
Yeah, that's you.
This would be higher than the dopest dope. This would be like dopest of the dopest dope. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
we should have like a number one position.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. This would be it.
With a headband, we'll put a headband on it, and then.
You all
Yep.
know I love my fight anime. I'm a big fucking rageaholic, but
it
this
turns into
tops.
one.
It
Yeah,
turns
but
into
not-
one.
But not.
It
But not-
does.
It
It really does, dude. That last fight.
That last fight was
Oh, man.
fucking amazing. Oh my god. But yeah, this show is fucking. It's so. Like, it was not what I expected. Like, the first 8 episodes
Yeah.
is nothing. I did not think none of this shit would happen in the last 4.
Yeah,
And it's just great.
absolutely.
The world. Harris touched on it, the world building in the first 8. Like, that's pretty much all it really was, right? You got this, like.
Mhm.
You got a lot of questions. You got a lot of character development. But then those last 4 fucking episodes is like, hey, okay, you know all this shit about this world, right? All right, now let's give you an amazing fucking plot line to end this shit out on. And it, oh
Yeah,
man. You
you're
know,
like-
I went into this anime liking it a lot. I did not expect to cry as hard as I did on episode
Oh
10. dude.
boy, yeah. I
Oh.
told Harris, I was like, get your fucking tissues ready. He's like, you
Dude.
mean jerking? I'm like, well, you could, but
You-
like-
Emotional jerk off.
The emotional jerk.
God,
After
that
the
shit
episode,
hurt.
dude, after the episode, I got up and I hugged my kids. I was like, oh, guys, I went over, gave Emily a kiss. I'm like, you guys are the best. She's like, the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, don't worry about it. Just
Shut
a
up
grown-
about it.
Just a
I was
30-year-old
like-
man crying in cartoons.
I was like watching it on my computer, and Jessica was like watching The Office, and I was like crying, and I was like
yeah,
like trying to hide it. I was like,
yeah. I didn't have a tear. I didn't have a tear drop, but my eyes watered up real hard. You know, and you got them sniffles. You're like,
Nah, straight. It was like
I had a couple drop.
got
Yeah,
the
I
drops.
I had a couple
Okay.
drops.
All right. It was very good though.
Hold on,
And-
hold on, Machi. One drop.
And it wasn't
Right.
it wasn't like a bullshit sad part either. It wasn't like a character you really
Yeah,
like
it was
died.
so it was
was-
so well.
It's so
Yeah,
well
it
done.
wasn't like I don't know. I do hate like the cheap grabs of how sometimes they try to make you cry and be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, this is supposed to be sad." Like this
Yeah,
this
that's
like
how-
this
That's how most
this
animes
this
are.
is supposed to be sad moment was them showing a lot of happy things and you
Mhm.
just naturally being very sad.
yeah.
And that was oh god, that was so good.
It hurts
Yeah.
so bad. Like when he went to go fight the challenger, I was like, "Stop it! What are you doing?" It's so good.
This was the first time for this podcast, besides probably like Batman Ninja, that I didn't go back and watch it a second time, because normally when I go back and watch things for a second time, they're not as good, and I want to
Yeah.
keep the memory of how good this was alive.
Yeah, you're scared of it. Like,
Yeah. But oh man, like this shit's burned into my brain. It was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
This
don't know
one-
why I did this one differently. Normally I watch it like 3 times and everything, but I just wrote it as I did it this time. And but I would rewatch this 100%. Like just it's so
Yeah.
good. I'm probably
This-
gonna force other people to watch it.
Yeah, this goes up into the category of like Full Metal Brotherhood, where you're like, listen, I know you don't like anime, but this is something you should watch because
Yeah.
it's just good, and the tropes aren't in there. I mean, there's like the fucking the anime girl that has a lot of power thing, but it's not like grossly overdone. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, like
it's-
Hondomachi is not Ray, you know.
Exactly.
Just
Yeah.
I
Fuck,
just
dude.
what the fuck did I do?
saying.
I have a cup of water, right? It was not overfilled, and there's water everywhere. I didn't spill. There's just water.
It's condensation.
Is there a hole in your
But
cup?
no, I mean like no. There's just I don't. This is a lot of condensation, is what I'm saying. Like the whole mouse pad is wet. I don't. We're getting off base. Sorry.
Yeah, come on.
This show's really good. What the fuck? There's water everywhere.
What did I do?
What did I
It's
do,
you.
dude?
It's
It's
your
like the
opinion
time
now.
that I was like I was getting in the game of a league, and someone was like, "You got a shower on?" I'm like, "No." And then I look over to the left, and my fucking like water heater, not water, like the heater that runs off water, exploded and just shooting water all over my apartment. I'm like,
Hell yeah, dude.
I gotta go. I gotta go.
So when we do for our Patreon, we're doing like people who pay for Patreon get like votes to what we watch next. That's gonna be our new thing. I
eh,
think Papa should just get like fucking like 9 votes.
votes.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
One of our listeners, Squeaky, he
Papa
recommended this
Squeaky,
shit to
I-
us.
But what
that
else has
guy-
he recommended?
he
Hold on.
never.
He
Pudding pizza.
recommended pudding pizza,
See?
which is fucking what the fuck ever. Dude.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm out
Well,
on
hold
that
on.
one.
We'll see if he has a trifecta because he recommended us reading Chainsaw Man for
No,
our
I
manga.
did that.
No, you
That was me.
didn't.
Oh
No,
my God.
you said it after Squeaky said it.
Oh my god, dude.
Whatever, dude.
Oh my god, dude.
We'll see.
I will slap my inner thigh until I can't breathe.
What?
Okay.
What?
There's an artery there, you know, like the thigh,
Yeah,
the thigh
Yeah.
guy,
and
the
you're
thigh
gonna
guy.
fucking.
That's his name.
Okay.
Thigh severer.
Thigh severer. Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking slap the shit out of my thigh until my artery
Stop
explodes and
it,
I
dude.
die.
Okay, let's do this part. The plugin. You can find us at twitch.tv/Trapcast Entertainment every Sunday on 12 p.m. Central Time. If you
Pretty
can't
cool.
make the live stream, you can find the podcast on YouTube or anywhere else. I've been told by Arby's, no, we will not put your dumb weeb shit on the website, which is why we now have to go and like get big enough to buy Arby's. I don't know. Like that's
Yeah.
my only solution.
Yeah, I don't know why they said no.
Arby's PR is pretty amazing though.
They
you know?
are. They do all the anime shit. I don't know why they won't
They
plug
do
us.
wrestling stuff too. Okay.
Fuck,
And there's
dude.
also, isn't there that like nihilistic, like anti Arby's Twitter account where it
Could
just
be.
says dark and depressing shit?
I
Oh
don't
yes,
know.
I know what you're talking about.
That sounds
yeah.
great
Yeah.
though. I need
It's
this.
really good.
If you like listening to us be idiots and want to fuel our porn consumption because we haven't discovered that porn is free on the internet like Eminem, you can help us at patreon.com/anime trap house. We got hentai episodes, manga reading, manga. Fuck.
Yes, we got him. We got him.
Idiot.
I've been
You
waiting.
get your
I
weed
was,
card
I was,
revoked.
I was telling Cody like every time I say it wrong, I immediately call myself an idiot
Yeah,
in my
because-
head. Like
Yeah, you say it wrong. It sounds wrong. Manga
sounds
sounds wrong as
wrong.
fuck, dude. It sounds
sounds
like you're
terrible.
an idiot.
Fucking
sorry.
And Dumb
you
Streets
got-
coming down the pop line. I don't think we got any new subscribers, but I can throw out a quick kiss for you. Mwah.
No.
I like it.
For you though, join in on the Discord over on our Facebook group at ADH Gang or our Discord server.
Said Discord
that's it.
twice, bud. What's going on?
How do
Join
how
the
do
di-
people
I said
join
join
our
in on the
Discord server?
discussion
Join in
over
on
on
Discord.
Facebook.
Oh, okay. You said join in the Discord over at Facebook. It's all
And
good.
if you
It's all
play
good.
WoW,
It's all good.
join
I can't
our
read.
guild. You
Yeah,
know,
if you play WoW,
Yeah.
hit me up. You'll get in the trap house in WoW. We've been cracking
Yeah.
out, son. We about to get them raid numbers. You know what I'm saying?
We're just fucking like we're hitting all the fucking
We're
all the
just
beats. Like remember when I turned 30 and like I had to move out of my apartment for a couple weeks and I had to live with my parents. I'm living with my parents doing an anime podcast. I'm
playing
at 30,
fucking WoW.
and now I'm not. But now you guys are like, yeah, we've got a WoW guild. Check out my anime
Yo,
podcast.
this is the most millennial shit of our lives. All
For
right.
real,
Oh
for real.
my fucking god!
I seen this meme and it was like, what do dudes do at 30? And it said like, buy a car and fix it or start a podcast. I'm like, fuck me, dude.
Yep. Exactly. No, that's
Fuck me,
true.
dude. I'm just living a fucking meme over here.
Oh,
It's real.
Little do we know, we subconsciously made this shit just so we can make fucking friends to play games with us.
Because
Hey,
we
guys,
hate
you
the
guys
friends
want-
that we have.
You guys want to
know?
be my friends? Oh, I fucking hate all of you.
No.
Yeah. I hate me too.
all right, it's that time. It's that time.
It's that time.
I already woke up my roommates, so
Yeah.
we're good. We're good. We're
Okay.
good.
I woke him up. Listen, I'm gonna be yelling in a minute.
It really was. I was like, it's starting soon, guys. I don't know if you guys would rather. I
Y'all
don't know
need
if
to
you guys
prepare
would rather
your
me
ears.
wake you up now or like later because I'm gonna be shouting.
I'm gonna be screaming plot in a minute.
Plot!
Plot.
Plot!
Plot.
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 From the
Plot.
top, make it
Plot.
drop. That's some wet ass plot.
Wet ass plot. Oh, I don't
Wow.
like that.
Whatever.
Wow. The
No.
plot.
What you could have done? You could have done weeb ass plot.
No,
Wet
wet ass
ass.
plot, dude. I got some
No.
wet plot that I want to give out to all the people listening right now.
No. No.
There you go.
Stop. I don't like that.
Some mac and cheese plot
Some
going.
fucking macaroni in a
technically-
pot.
Technically, if it's that wet, there's a problem.
Well,
Well,
actually,
you see,
God, please don't.
you added too much milk to your fucking macaroni and cheese. So,
Ew. Have you ever done that?
Oh
It's
hell
disgusting.
no, dude. Fucking
much-
Kyle.
Too much milk in the mac is not good.
I need that as like my
yeah,
ringtone.
just the right amount.
I need
Or
Kyle.
heavy whipping cream is good, you know?
Kyle's Ben
Yeah.
Shapiro. I need as my ringtone. He's like, hey, actually, you're getting a phone call right now.
So
I
actually,
actually-
you see, there's a phone call happening right now. If you don't pick it up, then it will keep ringing. And when the logic of this happens, they will go to your voicemail.
I don't know what he sounds like, but
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
assuming that's spot on.
It is perfect.
It's
Kyle's perfect, dude. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Whew.
Okay.
Okay.
Episode 9.
Well, you see, he went into a dream, and it was in a dream, and this is actually Inception. They just stole it. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
A younger version of Narisaga wakes up. He's confused. The ceiling isn't his prison cell. The door opens up. It's his wife. He's dumbstruck. His daughter is alive too. It's not the normal dead fish face looking Kairu.
Uh-oh.
Mm-mm.
Dead.
He runs the mirror and sees that he's not Sakaido. He remembers everything, including that he only has 2 minutes left in the world. He sprints to hug his wife and daughter just as his time is up. And then nothing happens. Later, he's at breakfast deducing that because this is a fake system within a fake system, the rules don't need to make sense at all. Also, on his phone, he's looking at a new report on the Challenger. He doesn't know how long his bonus time in the system will last, but he sure as hell can live out that power fantasy of what he would have done. Much like I live my life in perpetual state of going, wow, I should have done that, or wow, I should have said that. Man, that fucking happens, I'm gonna do this. You know.
Yeah,
Yep.
I feel
it
that.
felt real. On that
Too
one.
real, yeah.
This was too real.
Yeah. I had a week off
Which,
work. That was me for a
realistic-
week.
Mhm.
I did nothing. I did literally nothing
Yeah, it's every fucking time.
every time, dude.
Which realistically, the power fantasy should be cooking your family a meal, calling off work, spending a day with them. You know, like, right?
You would
No,
think.
I mean, he's you know, he talks. He's still a serial killer. You know, like
What's
he
more
talks
important,
people
the
to death.
revenge or the family here?
I mean,
Well,
to
he's
be
saving
fair,
lives by doing it. You know,
to be fair.
to be fair.
To me, well, actually, you see,
Well, actually,
to be fair.
see, when he woke up, he thought he only had 2 minutes left, right? And then he ran
Yeah.
and he hugged his family for those 2 minutes, and then he's like, "Oh fuck, I got more
okay,
time."
it's
I'm
not
gonna
like he's
murder
gonna wake
this
up
dude
and just
then.
do a. He's gonna do a power sprint.
Yeah.
I got
Kill these dudes.
Let's go kill these dudes. He fucking starts sprinting out of his house.
I mean, that's kind of what he did.
Yeah, he's like, "Listen, I
Yeah,
love you
no,
guys."
he doesn't. He shows up to work. Instead of this power fantasy, he shows up to work
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
then he
but,
about-
like,
leaves.
hold
Like
on,
he walks
hold on.
in to like just show up and then walk out. I
He's a
don't-
cop. All right, he's a cop, and cops love work. Okay,
yeah.
it's a known fact.
Known fact.
He goes to work and then he shows up late to a grisly briefing about the Challenger, only to check out like just immediately. Momoki follows after him into an elevator. Momoki is pissed he didn't get a single response to that late night sexy Snapchats. Like, what you been doing? My hog was fat. Like, why was he texting him?
Yeah,
That was one thing. He's like, dude, I've been
Yeah.
texting you.
Right? Like,
They're
I want to know what he
friends.
was saying. Was he talking about the WAP song? He's like, "Yo, have you heard that shit? That shit's fire. Watch that music."
he was
video. I
talking
jerked off
about
3
he was
times."
talking about the latest Joe Rogan podcast. He's like, you see him take down Elon Musk. You see Elon Musk hit that
Yeah.
joint.
That shit was fire, dude. That shit was so
The
funny,
shit was
dude.
fire. I'm gonna try some DMT on the weekend. I just confiscated some.
Yo, I'm gonna go kill some elk this weekend. What up?
I also don't know what Joe Rogan sounds like.
That's it.
Then you
Oh,
did it-
that's
you did it
basically
perfectly,
it.
dude. He's like,
Man,
weed,
memes are real. Memes
weed,
are the only way I
elk.
know news.
fucking DMT. Boom, Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
That Joe Rogan's entire podcast relies on just like him just letting other people be crazy and then like him just asking just weird questions that lets them be more crazy.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it's good. He's new Howard Stern. You know, that's what he is.
Oh.
Kinda.
Except he doesn't
Man.
have girls go on there and like fuck midgets or whatever Howard Stern did, because that shit was wild.
Well, the thing was, Howard Stern was really good at just being like, this interview is being boring. I'm going to ask you a very inappropriate question and
That's
see if
true.
the interview gets unboring.
They be talking about like
Gotcha.
taxes and shit. They'll be like, yeah, well, you know, the economic state of the United States of America is actually. He'd be like, yeah, but how wide's your pussy hole? They'd be like, what?
But like, hey, we got this girl over here, right? Come
Raw
for their
script.
titties. Are they real or not? What?
Nari says he's doing something that has nothing to do with reality, which is the most confusing fucking thing you can ever say to someone. And then drives him out to a house. Not any house, though. The Challenger's house.
Mm.
Momoki lets out a, what?
He's like, yeah, this is the house of blah blah blah. Also known as Challenger. What?
He's like, oh, yeah. Yeah. Huh?
And he's like, just go to the back of the house,
Yeah,
all right?
he's like,
I'm gonna
just-
deal with this.
How
Yeah.
wide is that? Dude, it took him so fucking long to go to the back of that house.
Oh,
It's a big
my-
fucking house. It's got a whole arena in the basement,
I
dude.
guess, dude. I hope the door
Yeah,
was
I wonder
locked.
what
'cause
the
it took him
Challenger
so
was, because he
long.
was fucking stacked.
He was
Dude.
stacked, dude.
He clearly recorded them and broadcasted them on the dark web. All right,
Yeah.
and made that fucking dark web money.
Good point.
Right.
Good point. He's like, you want to get into this live stream?
Yeah.
Wire me $2 million. Let's get it.
Right.
Oh, he turned 30 and started
Watch
a
me-
webcast.
Watch me whoop on his little girl.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that.
I will beat her to death
like
for
that.
you.
I don't like that.
The plan is to have Momoki go in the back. Nari goes to the front and introduces himself as the police. The Challenger greets Nari, who is brandishing his gun. Despite being had, he seems very nonplussed about the situation. Challenger is just like, oh, you're police. Nari says the last time he was racing the SWAT team, so this time he's going to do it his way. Ding ding, motherfucker, get your gloves.
Ooh,
Clickety
ooh.
clack, the gun's coming black.
Ooh. Ooh.
The Challenger goes on about how combat begins when it's acknowledged and tries to intimidate Nari with his muscles. He's like, I'm actually pretty strong. And Nari says,
he had boxing shorts on underneath these pants. Like he was dressed like a nice guy, and all of a sudden just takes his pants off and he's wearing boxing.
I think he's just like showering and
This
sleeping
dude,
and just doing his whole life like this.
This dude was raised on the on-site tournament.
This dude only watched boxing.
Yes. Like I'm doing this. John Walker is Hanma.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's it. That's
Hell
it.
yeah, dude.
Except Nari says that anyone who beats women and children can't be strong. Very, very solid logic.
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, but you also beat a pro wrestler and a karate guy. Like, I'm not gonna be able to take you.
The fight starts off ugly. He gets hit a few times in a brutal manner before getting armbarred, and then you see his elbow bend the not good way.
Ooh, it was
And
gross.
the way they animated it breaking was fucking horrendous, dude.
It was
You like
so
see
bad.
the bone start to push through the skin and then just snap.
Dude, I don't like when you think about anime, like there wasn't a lot of shading done, and like it's just lines. Like
Yeah.
I'm doing most of the legwork of making this real in my head right now when
Yeah.
you watch
Yeah.
anime.
It-
But that shit was hard to watch.
I hate that shit, dude. I hate like more than anything, I hate when bones break in skin, but the skin doesn't break.
Yeah.
That's what I realized from
Oh.
that scene. Like
Yeah.
if bone would have popped out and blood came out, I'm like, okay. But no, it didn't break the fucking skin, and you just see the skin like turn into like a bag, and you see it sticking out. You're like, oh,
So I want to sit here and agree with you guys, right? It was gross, yucky, ill, pee, poop, gross, right? That's good. That's what I want to say.
Right.
But after it broke, my fucking rage boner came out. I was like, yeah! I was fucking pulling one of those.
It's like you weren't expecting it. Like when
Yeah.
someone touches your pee
Right.
at a weird
Oh,
place, and you're
no.
like, ooh.
You're like, wait, what happened?
oh no.
It was like that dude that was watching it. I was like, beat his ass! Just like that. That was me. I was standing up taking my shirt off, dude, flexing for no reason.
Yes.
Beat his ass! That was me. As soon as that bone popped, I was like in it.
Oh man.
The fight gets really ugly. Then Nari puts a couple bullets in the dude's legs. Nani, I thought we were fighting like real men, he says. Nari said he was fighting his way, 1-on-1, which is like pretty fucking hilarious. Like the dude beats women. Like, what are you fucking talking about fighting like a man?
Right. Right. Yeah, and he kept
Some
he
more
kept-
blow.
it was so weird because he kept saying like oh my god, the main detective's name. He kept saying like, "Oh yeah, you fucking beat women and shit." He's like, "I haven't beaten anyone yet like that." But then
Yeah,
like
and then
the
in the
girl
basement.
Yeah.
basement. What?
And she's all fucked up with
I'm
like
what are
clothes
you
on. He's like,
talking about?
yeah.
how old is she? Like, what are you talking
Right.
about?
I didn't understand.
Some more blows get exchanged. Bullets get lodged into him. The challenger has really good form. He also has some good ground and pound. He tenderized the fuck out of Nari's
Oh,
face,
yeah.
dude.
Those fucking
That shit was
hammer
ready for
fists.
seasoning before Nari shot him in the stomach to get him off. He was literally just pop, 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 pop,
I
pop.
thought dude was gonna die.
He like the
thought
fucking
for
hammer
sure.
fist. He just brought it down and just fucking smashed him in the face. I was
He
like,
just
"Yeah,
kept-
fucking get him."
Yeah.
It's like, no, but I like that guy. I don't.
Yeah.
That's when I started.
You don't
getting
even
my
know
rage
his
boner.
name, Harris.
I don't. Narisago.
Narisago,
I don't know his
yeah.
first name.
You idiot.
Nariago. It's like a cat.
That's
Nariago.
Sakaido. The guy that Sakaido is, but
Yeah.
not Sakaido.
Sakaido Narisago
Yeah.
Sakaido. Okay.
Nice. Eventually, the power of bullet overcomes technique. Momiki arrives after the job is done. He goes to call for help, but Nari says to go to the basement. Someone needs help. Down in the pit, there's a frail woman with some fucking brass knuckles on. Why are they still called brass knuckles when they aren't made of brass?
I think they're
Anyways,
called
it's
something
Kiki.
else now.
Are they?
Knuckle dusters. That's what they're called.
Knuckle dusters. That's what it is.
Eh.
Boom.
Anyways, it's Kiki, the last victim of the challenger.
you love
And
me?
she just wants to die.
She says, "Please let me die, dude."
Mm. There's a Drake joke
File-
here somewhere.
Oh, God damn it!
I don't like it.
Stop it.
I can't think.
File 09, Inside Outed. File 09, Inside Outed.
Oh, it's so good.
At the hospital, Nari rolling around like Professor X. He knocks on Kiki's room and greets her, and she looks fine. And when he sees her for himself, he instantly mistakes her for Kairu.
Yep.
Which really is thickening the plot. I mean, all anime girls look alike to me, so I wasn't sure if that that's what they were going for.
Yeah,
But
I felt that
once it happened, I
exact
was
same
like,
way.
hmm.
I was like, oh, is that Kairu? Okay, if you say so.
She asked where that horrible man was. Their eyes locked for a second, and Nari is sort of transported into her perspective of getting punched by him. He believes it so much that he throws a punch into open air from the wheelchair. She says that bringing the memory, like bringing out memories, does that, and that other people can receive her memories. And at this point, I was like, so she's the system, right? Like she is the Musahaname
Right.
system.
Mm-hmm.
I've always dreamt about having this power so people could know like how fucked up I am, but know how fucked up I'm not, that I'm not just instantly doing the things I'm thinking about, you know?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
now they know because you're saying it to people.
I-
That
It's
just
fine.
sounds like being able to like threaten people with extra steps.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
you
know.
just stare at someone and be like,
I'm gonna get it.
and then
I'm
they-
like,
and
what's
it's
the
okay.
functional difference between telling them how you're gonna fucking murder them and just showing them? Like,
Right.
I don't know. That's still threatening.
I guess, you know, like, but like it's an unconscious thing, you know, like she didn't mean to think about that. It's just her mind went there.
At this
And it's
point,
like-
maybe I'm too dumb. I didn't make the connection that she just was a Mizuhaname. I thought like somehow they like fucking smashed her into soup and like dumped it as the gas in it or so. I had no idea what was going on. Like,
You made some
I
kiki
was like,
soup
oh,
and
she
that's
has
the
magic
Mizuhaname.
powers, so
yeah.
I was like, she has magic powers, so I guess maybe she's how this whole fucking thing
Yeah.
happens.
I
Like,
didn't know
don't know.
how. I didn't know how. I knew she was a part of it, but I did not make.
Yeah.
I didn't know that she was just like in the fucking ceiling, like whatever. I thought. Thought
No,
they'd be kiki
that
soup.
I didn't know it was to that level, but I definitely I figured like she's a big part of it. I mean, they
Yeah.
led you to that up until this point because she like knocked out the nurses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, she's capable of doing all these things. It's some X-Men Dark Phoenix
Oh,
shit, you
man.
know. She just like
No.
affects the people around her for no
Don't-
reason.
Don't fucking say that shit name.
No, X-Men 3, the Last Stand, where she's like
Okay, hell
just
yeah,
standing
that
there
one's
and
slightly
everything
better.
around. Yeah.
It's still bad.
Still
But-
bad, but yeah.
Dude, the scene where she's standing there and like her aura is just destroying shit, and Wolverine's walking up to her as his skin
Yeah,
is just
that was
falling off.
great.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
the
great.
only
That's
good part.
Weird how the only
Hold
good
on.
part in that movie
Hold
was
on.
Wolverine
Hold
as
on.
usual.
Vinnie Jones screaming "I'm the Juggernaut, bitch" was fucking amazing. Right?
That was
Don't
cringe
ever.
as hell,
That
my
was
dude.
super fucking cringe.
No,
The
That was,
only
like, one of the
reason
first
that's just a
times memes,
meme
like-
at this point, dude.
That was the one of the first times memes like transcended like other culture. I like other mediums.
Yeah.
yes,
I remember
was
that happening and
amazing.
being like, "What the hell?"
I remember that happening and going, "Oh my god!"
But then you see Into the Spider-Verse and then the after credits. I was like, "Hell yeah!" Like it's
Mm.
pure. I don't know. There's a big difference between that one and that one. I feel
Mm.
like one of them is just like kind of cringe, like referencing, and the other one is like feels like it's made by memers.
You got like there's people that make memes for the sake of checking a box, and people that make memes with heart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What are we talking about
I
right
don't know,
now?
dude. I don't fucking know.
Anyway, she says there's someone else in the building. Elsewhere in the hospital, there's a janitor-looking dude who likes Face Off a little too much.
Yep.
He's whistling and carrying loose face meat around.
Yeah.
Also, the hospital's pretty empty too, which is weird.
Yeah.
Kiki says it's a man that's going to kill her today. Mario enters the hospital room, taunting Kiki-chan. Nari's probably regretting the fight with the challenger because, well, how long do you think the fantasy world would have lasted? He like hides behind like in a corner and slaps on the back of the head with a stick and then is shocked. It's the facelifter. What is he doing here?
The facelifter, dude.
These names are like this one was the one I was like, okay, really? Like we
I
had
guess.
Perforator and you had like Gravedigger, Facelifter, and then the other ones that come up, I was like,
You
man,
fucking-
that person just took a nap. Like,
Yeah, facelifter. I
you,
was
you
like,
have to come
I
up with these names for
guess.
these serial killers, and they got drunk as fuck, came to work and said, tongue twister, thigh severer, arm
I feel like
bender.
they had placeholders and then just gave up.
Yeah.
We need a cool name for this. Like,
Yeah.
just use that. I
They got
guess. Like,
3 of them, and they're like, those are pretty fucking good. They're like, what
Right.
about these other guys? Oh, fuck. When do we have to do this by? Yesterday. Arm ripper, tongue twister, thigh slapper.
The facelifter is confused. He says, if you're in her dream, then you're one of us. And it's his turn tonight, not which is a confusing plot point because more importantly, it sounds like Kiki's having nightmares and there's a queue on who gets to terrorize her, which is fucking hilarious. Imagining like if my scariest nightmares lined up, it'd be some like demon dogs with melted skin and then an evil cat trying to take over the universe. And then I don't know, being late.
You never had the blob in an airplane. You never had that dream.
No,
where you're like you're in like a 747 and there's a giant green blob that's just swallowing all the people and you can't get out because you're on a fucking plane. You never had that?
What are you talking about?
No.
What does that even fucking mean?
Dude, that's a nightmare. That's a reoccurring nightmare I have, you know?
Why would you think other people have it?
Because it's fucking horrifying. What do you mean?
It's a terrifying dream.
I guess, dude. Yeah, I've never had that. I don't know why you would assume other people have your dreams. Fucking idiot.
Because I am the Mizuhaname.
I am the Mizuhaname. My name is Kiki.
Take the Mizuhaname into custody. I am the Mizuhaname.
I am the Mizuhaname.
The evil cat one I had, like, this is gonna probably be what actually puts me on a list, but like telling this in like an open medium.
Yeah.
But I had a nightmare that was like a space cop and like I'd like boarded like a spaceship, right? And we had tracked down this like space-wide terrorist criminal who was a sentient cat that could like communicate, like had telepathy, right? And we're gonna finally capture him. Like he's been like the worst person in the history of ever, and we're gonna finally get him. But he has the power to transport his consciousness into other cats.
Ooh. Dude, that's that movie Fallen.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go look up the movie Fallen with Denzel Washington. That's the movie you're talking about.
With cats.
I swear to God.
But the entire ship is just filled with kittens. Not even cats, it's kittens, dude. And in the dream, I was like, well, I don't even have enough bullets for this. Like
So
I can't even I started just strangling kittens in my dream.
Oh no! What is wrong with you?
It's oh god. I got through 2 or 3. I don't remember now. It's been a while. And then on the third one, I was just like, I can't fucking do it. I woke up crying. I woke up so sad. I was like, I don't.
What the fuck is happening, dude?
See, okay, that's one of those things. In those circumstances, I would not feel bad. Like, there's a cat that's fucking killing people, and they clearly has planted these kittens.
Yeah,
as like escape routes. I'm killing all of them.
I mean, clearly in the dream, my logic was persistent. Like, this is what I have to do, right? Yeah. But that didn't override like the actual pain of killing kittens.
See, and that's you have to turn off that emotion every now and again to get through what you need to get through. You know,
Kyle, you need to stop being on this podcast and just write anime. Or movies, because I'd watch that shit. Yeah. I just want you to star in it, though. I want to watch you cry as you fucking.
But see, like that's the thing. That's why you know that you're not a main character in an anime, because you feel bad. You'd be a side character like Zenitsu. Yeah. Like I'd straight up be like, "Oh, elbow drop that bitch, dude. I'm fucking in it."
I mean, the main character is always the sappiest one of the bunch. If anything, that proves I'm the main character.
No, Sakaido's not. You're wrong.
Ooh.
Sakaido would have been like, "Yeah, I'm ready." No, but the cool ones, the cool main characters don't give a shit. But then they feel bad about it later. After
look at you gatekeeping main characters now.
I keep main characters all the time, dude. Tell me Ichigo wouldn't do that shit.
He might.
Tell me Goku wouldn't. Goku would fucking murk those kittens so quickly.
Goku would never. Goku would befriend everyone.
He would either befriend him or someone would be like, "Dio, all these kittens are the strongest thing on the planet," and then he would command.
He'd be like, all you kittens need to turn into a cat and so I can fight you.
You look strong, kitten. You want to fight?
And then there's just exploded kittens everywhere.
Like water balloons, just boom, boom, boom.
Just sending out ki blasts left and right.
That's not a fair assessment because he could just wish them back with the Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
Somebody would come and be like, "Hey, those were just kittens, dog." He'd be like, "Fuck." All right.
Man, we are somewhere else
that
today.
Went off
dude, we are still on the first episode.
Talking about fucking killing kittens and shit. What happened?
I think we're just trying to not get to the next episode. I think that's really what's happening. We're just stalling.
Okay. Go ahead, Kyle.
Facelifter disappeared from the pain. Like, having pain just makes him disappear. Kiki explains that he's just in her dream. And then Nari wakes up too because he's like, what? Oh, shit, I am. But he's still in the second level when he wakes up, meaning we were temporarily in a third level.
Oh,
and I didn't
shit.
get to do the boom.
Oh shit! We didn't even know the Blom happened. They
Exactly.
off-screened the Blom.
The real Blom is the Blom we found along the way.
His wife and daughter are by him. They're relieved that he's fine. It's been 2 days. Man, 10 minutes is a long time in this world. His daughter sees through this shit and asks if he was prepared to die. She's distressed that she almost lost her dad. And Momoki mentions that, hey, this is a bad time, but there's some conversation that needs to happen.
We need to talk about that police brutality just there that happened, dude.
We need to talk about how the fuck you knew this.
Right.
Not too.
Nari rolls up on Kiki's room again. This time she looks appropriately bunked for this situation. They recap everything. She says that the only people that enter her dreams are serial killers. There's some deliberation about reality. Nari freaks out about the situation of her being tormented and killed in all these dreams that they almost feel real. So like she's experiencing death all this much, which is 100% a reverse flip from Nari that enters the ID wells and dies infinitely and is perfectly fine with that. I don't know if that's purposeful, but it's interesting.
Ooh.
She says at first there was only one serial killer. Then he invited others. It's our boy, John Walker, doing his best Freddy Krueger impersonation.
Ooh. Good one, dude.
It's a desperate situation. Nari asks if the challenger being dead helps at all. He says he's going to turn into Ash Ketchum and catch them all. It really felt like I was just I like had the music in my head. No, like as he's like
Sir, got him. I got him. I got the face ripper.
Like it just kept Ash Ketchum, but he just keeps convincing the Pokemon to kill themselves.
Murder themselves, yeah.
In a warehouse, Mario is chilling when he's getting called to join the X-Men. Xavier rolls in talking about the things that are confusing as hell for the facelifter because they don't make sense. He says that he hasn't killed anyone. It's just been in his dreams, which is a very valid thing to say, but it doesn't matter. And Nari has some questions about John Walker when they are going to discuss why he's too chicken shit to remove his own face.
Oh, you like to cut all the people's faces off? Why don't you do your own, idiot?
Yeah. Huh? Why
you
not do it self?
He's like, because it's gonna hurt. What are you talking about? I know it hurts. I don't want to do it.
I don't think I could get it all off.
Yeah, that's why I do it to other. I do it to other people, so I don't have to do it to myself. That's the point.
There's a conversation with Nari and his wife from the hospital bed. She says she's still there and she will always be there for him. He says that he has bad dreams. She says, damn, why didn't you tell me? Like, she's going to fix that shit for him? Like, what are you going to do? Smack him when he starts dreaming bad? Like,
right. Wake up!
I hate when people say that shit, dude. Like, when you have a bad dream or something, and they're like, why don't you wake me up? What are you going to do?
Right.
What are you going to do?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Right. You're gonna wake up all tired and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then go right back to bed.
Oh, I'm
That's all that's gonna
sorry.
happen.
That sucks. And then I just woke you up. Like,
Yeah.
then I feel really bad.
Right?
Right.
I mean, if the choice was between like having a bad dream or like waking up and then not sleeping, I just keep sleeping. I need the sleep.
Need to sleep.
The episode ends with them hugging and his wife saying that it's just a dream if she dies in it. All he ever has to do is wake up. That line really chilled me.
It's like one of those perfect logic scenarios where like you're right, but like fuck what? Like
I've never.
He opens his
that.
eyes and it's like so cold, and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
I've never had that, dude. Like, you know, a lot of people say like when they die in their dream they wake up. Like, I've had so many dreams where I die and the dream is still happening, but I can't.
I've died in dreams. I've also like switched POVs so many times in dreams where like I'm like one person and then like I'm just like
Sometimes you're getting your dick sucked, you know, and then all of a sudden you're doing the sucking. Yeah, I get it.
yeah.
All of a sudden you're the dick and you're like, why is this mouth coming towards me?
Right, and then you're just dick and there's just teeth.
And then I'm
stuff,
mad
you're
at
like,
myself.
Oh God, please don't bite me.
And then I'm mad at myself for shoving my own head down my own cock.
Imagine
We
Harris
are in
like,
a
watch your
place today."
teeth. He's like ducking teeth and shit.
Yeah.
End episode though.
Thank God.
I will never be able to fully express how sad I am that I didn't make the Freddy Krueger connection.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave this one an Inception out of Kingdom Hearts because dreams, but like also like I don't understand what sleep and time is anymore.
Dreams.
Dreams, right on random.
Dreams.
I feel like nobody gets that reference, and it makes me
No,
really
no,
sad,
it's-
dude.
I don't get it.
It's Blue Mountain State.
Yeah, I'll post.
No.
I'll post it in the Discord for people.
Sounds dumb.
Dreams!
No, hold on. It's fucking hilarious.
I'm trying not to sneeze, and it's just been like it just keeps happening.
Good.
It's
I
bad,
hope
dude.
you have that all day. I hope you have it all
Come on,
fucking
dude.
day.
No, don't
That's
wish
the-
that on people. That's so bad.
That's
day.
the worst thing. Like,
Like
I saw
legitimately,
Kyle-
the worst thing you can do to a person was when they're about to sneeze, you say "bless you."
Yeah.
Like my sister did that to me the other day, and I almost threw myself out my window because I was so mad.
I just want Kyle to be in that perpetual state of like his nose up in the air, like ready, like, and then it
Yeah.
never comes.
that's probably a layer of hell.
Oh, it's so
definitely.
bad.
Oh,
We're
Oh,
good. We're good. We're good.
okay. Oh, I don't like that shit.
Episode
we're-
10.
Fuck.
The episode begins with a lot more back and forth about what is and isn't real. Nari believes it's possible that everything he has experienced was one long dream, that he experienced it through Kiki, which is pretty kind of like ingenious way of like denial.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If she can pull all this information, become some sort of well, he has been accessing it, then that would explain it all. Like this is the actual real world.
Yep. Like, this is real. My family never died. Like this is it. I
Yeah.
get to live with them. Oh, you're already starting to
Yeah.
hurt my heart. It's already starting, boys. Oh,
Like the
Oh,
second that
hope.
second that he started thinking that he
Yeah.
was like, "This might be real," I was like,
yep.
"I'm gonna." This was. Oh.
I told my whole family, I'm like, nobody look at me. Turn your fucking eyes.
I
This
like
whole
immediately
episode.
closed my eyes and I was like, "Okay."
Here we go. Here we fucking go.
Either way, there's more serial killers to kill. The Challenger and the Facelifter are off. There's still Tongue Terror, Arm Twister, and Thigh Sever. Wow, did this shit get lazy. I'm the Bullet Shooter, and this is my buddy Cody, the Knife Lodger, and Harris, the Breathe Knot Maker.
The breathe
Breathe
knot
knot
maker.
What do I do?
Breathe knot maker. I love it. That's the best
Do I
one.
strangle
dude.
people?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We can come up with better names.
Yeah.
though,
I was
right
trying to
now.
come up with the worst name. Like Strangler is like a fine name.
Right.
Breathe Knot Maker is just like
The,
But
the,
for,
the
like-
air no intaker.
For the thigh severer, you know, like
yeah.
it could have been like the wheelchair filler, you know, like I don't know. That could have been a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Does
tongue
that-
twister is like, you know, the rap battler.
The
You
no
know, and
talk.
he, like
It's
rap
tongue-
battles
it's
you,
tongue-
and if you lose, he tears your tongue out because you're garbage.
It's the
That'd be
tongue
great,
terror.
dude. I like that. The tongue
It
terror.
could be. It could have been the tongue terror. You know.
Yeah, like
Terror.
terror. That's a good one. That's because
Oh my
Terror
God.
Squad. Oh my god, it writes itself. I don't understand.
Why didn't all these serial killers get together and make like the fucking like I don't
Yeah.
know some kind of suicide squad? or
Oh.
some shit?
Don't fucking.
No,
bring that
that's all
movie
the,
up.
they are all the Suicide Squad because they
Okay.
killed themselves.
You know, I think that's
Oh,
like one of
shit.
the only things that I hate more than Sword Art Online. I
Oh.
fucking. Oh god, I fucking hate that movie.
Suicide Squad? Yeah. It's terrible.
it's not.
It's horrendous.
but
It's an
it's
assault on any form of storytelling.
Hold on, hold on.
Harris,
Like
don't try to defend it, you DC cuck. Stop
Listen,
it.
it's not good. I will not. I will not say it's good at
Yeah,
all.
then why
But-
are you still talking?
If that or Batman vs Superman is on, I'm watching that.
I'd watch Batman vs Superman 10 times
If
I'd watch that
Batman
one
vs
time.
Superman or Suicide Squad is on, I'm breaking my TV in half because I'm not watching either of those fucking trash can dumpster movies.
I haven't seen Batman vs Superman in a long time, and like Lex Luthor is just hilarious because how bad it is of a
Oh.
depiction, but like,
Like everything about that.
but the
movie-
story at
because I
least
love-
like the story
I-
at least moves. It's just trailers.
No.
Them like showing up to a city and then going, well, shit, I guess we should like fucking like end this movie, and then they do, and then end movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're mom. Because they're mom. Can we not talk about this, dude? I'll go on a. Can we just go? I hate everything about it.
In the police department, Naruto only has an arm in his sling now. Momoki and him share a conversation in an elevator. Momoki is suspicious as hell, but not prying too hard. They're both on their way to visit Kiki. They interrupt a lab coat man pulling Cerebro off Kiki. It's the creator of the system, the guy that's in Momoki's yard, like the dead guy. The story keeps piling things on, and you think you know what's going on, but there's still some weird fucking dick-shaped pieces fucking up your puzzle.
What?
You're like, I don't have a dick hole. Like, where the fuck am I?
But like, okay, this is where I immediately knew like that guy steals her and makes the Mizu Haname, right? Like because she disappears, they already
Yeah.
said it.
Well,
From the
yeah,
hospital.
that's what I was getting at. But like, why was he dead? Is what I was saying. Why was he in Momoki's yard? Obviously, I know why now, but like during that part, I was like, that's still the part that's like really like mystery.
Because John
mysterious.
Walker did it.
Yeah,
John Walker
that's
framed Momoki.
yeah, obviously.
So like, what are you confused about? I was like, oh yeah.
No, I said
You're
during
like, it's a
it.
dick-shaped
I
piece.
said
No, it's
I
not. It's
said-
like the mushroom-shaped piece that fits right where the dickhead is.
I was okay. You got that post nut clarity, but like during the nut, I still wasn't sure where that was falling in line. Like that was my first guess. If you're like, be like, hey, how do you think this is gonna be? Like, oh, he moved his dead body there. But I want to know. I wanted to know if Momoki was actually involved at all.
I'm smarter than you.
Okay, fine.
Dickheads, comes, puzzles, cock, pee-pee. That's what we sound like. That's what we sound like. I just
Yeah,
want
that's
to let
it.
you guys know.
That's
what
a
we sound like.
podcast in a nutshell. That's it
Me,
right there.
me and Kyle are Goku and Frieza fucking battling out, and you're fucking Krillin just sitting there. Just sitting.
That's all I do.
Sitting there.
Okay, that's y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up.
Kiki is looking hurt. She could barely sit up. Nari says that he's eliminated a bunch of bad people from her dreams. That when you really want to fuck something up and are given the option of fucking yourself up, serial killers go nuts. They're just like, hell yeah.
Like, I hate myself, dude.
I could have killed myself this whole time. Holy shit.
I didn't have to hurt people. I could just hurt myself.
Can you hold me
Yes.
down while I start cutting my face off, dude?
That guy watched Face Off way too young and
He
was
really
like,
did.
Yeah,
yes,
right.
that's what I want.
Yes.
Yes, I want to take his face off.
Kiki says that the dream still persists in her. She feels herself disintegrating, but also feels that once she does do that, she will change the world and become something else. Right now, she is human. She wants to die human. When faced with a decision, Nari backs out and leaves. This is too much for a cop, he says. Someone doesn't have a power fantasy of killing innocent people than getting paid leave because of traumatic stress.
Mm.
Here we go. Here we go.
Look, don't give me animes about cops.
Yeah.
I gotta fucking.
Okay, well, we're doing it.
There's some stuff that happens later that I'm like, huh? Maybe
Yeah.
in Japan.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right.
I seen it happen. I'm like, Kyle's gonna have a fucking field
I
day
was
with
like,
this shit.
A month later, there's a phone call from Momoki. He's mad he's ignoring the sexy Snapchats again. Also, 13 nurses entered a coma and Kiki is missing.
Hmm.
The plot thickens.
I hate. This is where I started to hate Narisago,
Narisago.
because I was like, you knew this was gonna happen and you did nothing. Like,
Because he just wants this to be real so bad, Harris.
I know,
Yeah.
but like, if it was real, this makes it even worse. Like, you could have saved her from whatever was going to happen. Like, you knew that she was going to disappear from the hospital.
But he
You
knew
were
it
aware of
wasn't real. He just wanted it so bad, but he fucking knew. Okay,
What?
he fucking knew, but he wanted to ignore it. Is what I'm saying.
No, I don't
he
think
just
that's.
wanted his family.
No, but see, that's what I'm saying. He wanted it to be real. Like, yeah, I don't know. This was like, I was like, man, I don't know about you. You know, I don't know about you now.
Dude, he
You might
still
be
murders people, dude. It's like, chill out. He's not the best. He's not perfect, all right, Mr. Fucking Perfection up there with your stupid fucking face.
Momoki tries asking for help, and dude's got nothing for him. He hits him with a bye without any kisses before hanging up. Rude as shit. Momoki
Yeah.
was stunned.
I'm so mad at him. I'm like, he's like, yeah, she disappeared with 13 people. Huh? Okay, sounds like shit. Bye.
Bye.
Like, good fucking luck, guy. Peace.
Yeah, I don't know. Bye.
It's pretty
You're the
good.
detective. You figure it out.
You're the detective. Wait, hold on. You fucking brought on the reference. You're the detectives. Detect.
Detect. Yeah, what's that from?
Fucking hot fuzz.
There it is.
Yeah.
Momoki was stunned as he looked at the phone. We got a shot of Neri boy, entering a secret cop room and studying aborted connections with the plot, like the dude from It's Always Sunny. He's wondering if the world really will unravel.
It's pretty good.
Ne- Neri and Momoki are chilling in a car. They're discussing Kiki's case. The scientist, Shirokoma, had been working on something with her. He has an alibi, though, so it's unlikely he's involved with the disappearance. Spoiler, though, we saw what really happened later, and the alibi was fake.
Yeah.
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 Pissed off about that.
Pissed
Then
off
a
about
man
that.
passes by. Neri gasps and he remembers from the Idwell of the perforator. It's one of his victims. He had forgotten about him. You know what? I would have deleted this if I had like remembered to cut this, because that was literally like something that was just like,
Yeah.
he was like,
Hey-
oh, and then just like forgot it.
Yep. They're like,
I think
hey,
that
remember
was him like
you remember
remembering that he's
guy?
like not in a real world for a second.
Right.
No, he was like, oh yeah, I missed a serial killer.
Oh yeah, right. Never mind.
Yeah, because he's like, he went and stopped all the other ones, and he's
Yeah,
like,
and he's like, oh yeah, perforator.
how did I miss the last guy? Like,
He goes to investigate when little Miss Headhole herself shows up. Was wondering when Hanamachi would really rejoin the story because it's been a while. She tells him to put his pistol on the ground and turns around. When she recognizes him, she realizes that she must have entered a well within a well as well. Well.
Well.
Perfect.
I love it. That was really good. I hate how good it was.
Oh, that's a
File 10, Inside Outed 2.
Inside Out. These names are top tier fucking great shit, dude.
File 10, Inside Outed 2.
File
Would it be the
10,
same file? Like
Inside
it's you
Outed
wouldn't be
2.
like, oh, this is file 2 of the. It's just one file. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Also, they stopped doing the Kachink file cuts after this. Like they just made them really quiet in transitions, which is why I missed some of them. And like from here, it's just like they weren't doing the thing.
They didn't have time. They were just kind of trying to get through it.
When posed by the question, Neri loses it. This is the real him. This isn't a well within a well. Hanamachi asks how long has he been in the well. Any question leads straight to Furious screaming. Hanamachi says she entered this world through his Idwell about 20 minutes ago, which is a hilarious time difference between the two. Except there's actually a time difference. For him, it's 2018. For her, it's 2019. He stares at his phone and it fizzles as two realities have to start agreeing with each other. And then this is like some Elder Scrolls Dragon Breaks things where all timelines are simultaneously going to be true and they have to like converge.
No, I mean time like this is like Inception shit where like the further down you are, the weirder time gets, because when Cobb and Mal are like all the way down in purgatory, they like spent like 60 years down there. But like really it was like 10 minutes in the real world.
No, because that's a different world, but this is two separate truths within one world, and then they have to agree.
Oh,
they're
okay.
like
I see what
conflicted.
You're smarter than me.
There's an aurora in the sky. Pixels are floating up, looking like stars. The world is falling apart. He calls his wife and tells her to run. She asks where he is. He starts to tear up. He remembers the day he married her, the dates, the photo ops, staring at the sun, arriving late to the birth of his own child, all the touchstones of the raising of a family. There's a real weight in admitting that this isn't real, that his daughter was dead, that he went to the funeral, that he bought cake for his wife, and came home to her in a bathtub of blood.
Yo, could you stop?
Okay, dude. This hurts so bad watching him remember all this shit when he's been living with his family for 2 years now.
Yeah, that
It's rough, dude.
It sucks.
It's
I
so
don't like
rough.
writing it.
And it was so good though. Like, like just for him to remember it all. It was so good. Fuck these story writers. Fuck people that write stories like this.
He tells them he will be there with them.
Yep.
But it's so sad.
Because she asks again, Dad, are you coming home? And he says, yeah, I'll be there. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, this dude, I was fucking both my eyes were like, you can't see, bitch. And I'm like, I want to watch the show. But you can't see shit right now because we're in your eyes with tears.
I had to like pause it and just like message her. I'd be like, I'm straight up just crying right now of this anime, and I fucking can't.
Yep. After this episode, I legit got up and gave everybody a hug. I was like, I love you guys. Please don't get beat to death.
Hanamachi apologizes. Neri says it's fine. They comment how pretty that the world is. They both decide they have to figure out as much as they can before the well disintegrates. Now in the desert, we see a Kaido tapping rock to tell time. 10 minutes is up. Neri is injected into the sky, but drops a book just as he disappears. Sakaido wakes up in the desert world. He doesn't remember anything but is crying. Also, Anaido has keyed the fuck out of the cockpit with numbers. Sakaido realizes there's something up with the wrist. He remembers the tear of the dress on Cairo. He checks Sakaido's pocket and he finds the missing dress. He also reveals a picture of the man dead in the quicksand. It was a picture of his family, Neri's family. Kaido mentions that the amnesia... Actually, his name's Anaido. Anaido mentions that the amnesia portion of the system doesn't work on him. He's remembered everything every time. That's why he's purposely bombed. He's got one piece of his brain missing, so the system wasn't built for him. Which is a big fucking drop on that.
Didn't we... Like, I feel like someone guessed that. Like,
I think I was like, would it? But like, I don't know. They didn't address it, so I was like, fine.
Yeah.
I think like one of us guessed that he remembers everything when he goes in there. Because he was like way too nonchalant about like
everything
usually and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember who it was, but whoever it was probably me. And I'm
whoever it was definitely me. I'm fucking smart.
It was definitely me. I'm fucking smart.
I'm fucking smart. Yeah, it was a good drop. It was a good drop. I really liked it.
The detectives elsewhere get a match. The dead man is Narisago. Also, the Idwell. This isn't the Idwell of Momoki. This is the Idwell of Narisago. He's in his own well and remembered himself. They can't eject him. They aren't in sync. A storm is picking up. He's falling into Dogma. That movie rips, by the way.
That movie does rip.
He looks up in the dust cloud. He sees the outline of John Walker that can only be seen with the sand hitting the open air. End episode.
An id storm, they called it.
Yep.
Id storm.
When you know who you are in your
when your subconscious and consciousness meet.
You have the id storm.
I gave this a Shutter Island out of Max Payne because people are crazy and lost their family, and it makes me cry.
It makes me cry. You're right.
I like completely forgot that movie, but
this was 100% like Shutter Island.
It was just that, yeah.
And Max Payne. You know, like when I was a kid, Max Payne freaked me out for home invasions for the rest of my life. Because that opening when you walk in your own house and like there's blood everywhere, I don't like it.
I didn't like it either. And then your whole family is fucked.
And your whole family's dead.
Why is that? Why do people why you gotta do that? Why you put that in your story all the time? Everybody that makes stories, stop it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Please quit it.
Because you gotta put yourself on the hero's side easily. And normally it's like killing a dog or your daughter or
yeah. You kill somebody's family, like I'm on their side. You can't do that.
Yeah.
That's a no. That's bad. That's bad.
Batman. Superman?
Yep. Dude, everybody.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Everybody.
Well, Superman let his dad die, technically, according to the movie series. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only form of Superman.
Oh.
You want to get Harris mad? Let's start talking about Man of Steel. You fucking stupid bitch. You like Batman versus Superman. You're an idiot, dude.
Who said I like Batman versus Superman?
You like it!
Earlier he was saying he didn't like it.
Wait, no, a Suicide Squad he likes. No,
yeah, I like
still
an idiot because they didn't bash the guys.
See, this is why I gave you guys well names. Holy shit.
They didn't bash the guys.
Just being dumb.
Fuck you, dude.
You know, I didn't like what they did with Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad, but it's fine.
All this means that John Walker in the end had been manipulating him as well. He screams into the void. Dio!
Dio! Hell yeah, dude.
The detectives try to cut the power, but the system was protecting well. They've lost the position of everyone as the well expands. Mr. Headband Detective is deducing that this might be some form of trap, which, considering the guy that they have in custody was screaming to get out that it was a trap, maybe.
Weird.
Sakaido grabs Anaido by the shirt. He's about to take the dude to Pound Town, but Anaido loves Pound Town, so he gets sent to Pound Station with a headbutt. Sakaido questions why he would want to die. The pieces start to fall together.
Pound Town.
Suburb. The pieces start to fall together. Anaido without the hole in his brain suffers the same way the perforator did. He has arithmomania. Dude put a drill in his head to try and kill himself or just like fix it. Also, the cockpit just disappears. Sakaido mentions that his Idwell looked like a really, really long Sudoku board. That the dude should be able to map where they are and be able to get to the other cockpit in the Idwell.
This made me irrationally like.
You know numbers, you know where to go.
There's numbers everywhere.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you find one number, how do you know which number that one number was?
Because he literally has such number autism that like he can remember all the sequences. So like if he sees it, he knows the pattern and he knows where in
But
the
he need to see at least two numbers, right? And assume that those two numbers are not next to each other in any other sequence around
Yeah,
them. In that,
well,
in that
obviously, but like if it's a number sequence on the board, he's going to assume he knows where it is.
But
And he would also be confused if it was out of sequence, if he started walking and then there were new numbers
dug
in
up
a new
one
sequence.
spot. They dug up one spot, saw one number, and said, "I got it. I know
Look,
everything."
Like
Like
I'm telling
no,
you.
Maybe it's because he only seen a certain amount of numbers. So he's like,
We
well,
have
in
someone who
our-
can transport their dreams, and you're upset
No.
about the numbers portion.
no, because you can't paint me in a world with all these colors and then tell me blue is the only color in that world. Can't do it.
This is why you like Suicide Squad. Your brain's broken. Your brain's
I
fucking
got a hole in
broken.
my head. I don't
Holy
know.
shit. I don't know. Back in the Idwell, the two are building sand forts for Hondamachi. He seems to think that the cockpit will be in the same spot just below. Then Sakaido mentions that he actually did remember everything in Netherwell, which kind of makes him saying he didn't remember anything really weird and pointless.
Oh my god. This was so confusing. I was so fucking lost here.
I don't,
was
even, I don't even remember this part. Because
I was like, this was
So
this was
basically,
the
it's
part I-
expanding. So like the cockpit is going to be in the same spot. It's just expanded, so it's just lower. Like it's not above, so it's got to be lower. So they're digging in there,
okay.
and then because they realized that making him forget everything doesn't make sense, they were just like, actually, he remembers everything.
This
I'm like,
was
why?
this was the classic. This was a classic move the plot forward somehow. Like
Yeah,
this was a classic. Like we need to get from here.
I mean, they didn't have to make the cockpits miss. That part was so useless.
Yeah, like they could have just been like, "Yep, here's the cockpit. Oh no, it's over there now. I can see it." Like you could have just done that, right?
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't have to do the whole number situation. Which again, the number thing's cool. I dig it. I like that a lot. But like the board making that fit with everything,
They
Yeah.
had to give him a reason why he drilled whole head. Okay.
no, and that's fine. I have no problem with that as a character quirk. I don't like having that character quirk be the reason why they're able to move on
Okay.
in this scenario. Like it could have been a different way.
I mean, I kind of love it because they did foreshadow it with all numbers on the house. I
Yeah,
didn't
no.
write it in the podcast at all, but like I did notice it and I was like, I wonder if this is like really important. It turned out to be really important.
Yeah.
So like this is all cool reveals to me.
It's awesome, but just like it's one of those things where it's like, oh, you just happen
It's-
to notice this tool at this moment for this specific thing that you need it for. But like it wouldn't even work that way. It's like finding a screwdriver when you need to screw in a thing, but you actually need a hammer. Like
But
and just being like, yeah, this will work, and then you just make it work, and you're like,
Hey.
ah!
I disagree with you, but we don't have time to just
Great.
sit here on this one fucking point like Cluse.
How does he
But how
know
does Batman know?
English?
How does Batman know English? You know,
How does he
he's
know
ja- he's
Japanese?
speaking Japanese. Are there subtitles in English or are they Japanese?
Uh-oh.
We also learned that idwells operate under some like quantum mechanics of observation, collapsing the wave function. It's like time can be as free as it wants, but because it's the outside world is observing him, then it has to sync up. And they become like quantumly entangled. I don't know. Now that there is a dust storm, Hanamachi gets bonus round time in the world that is falling apart below them, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, this was cool. I liked it.
I really like this. Hanamachi is back in Nari's Batcave in the dream Idwell. She's realizing that they don't know what kind of serial killer John Walker is. I don't know why creating serial killers isn't a serial killer type. He's a Charles Manson type. I don't know. It's probably weak to fire types or something.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Hanamachi does something more deducing. Now, here's the thing, though. I've had epiphanies and small revelations in my life before. Like, Like, but they're nowhere near as good as this. And it's more like a holy shit, I can put hot sauce on this, but I have so much energy for this. I can put hot sauce on this, right? And like this one figures out every killer had a preferred method, but also the drive to kill manipulated was based on what day of the week it was,
Yeah.
without like a single ounce of excitement. She's like, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I get so excited as soon as I make any connection. I'm like, oh, this goes in that.
About serial
Yeah.
killers, though, you know, like
Yeah.
she's like, yeah,
But this
that's
is like that's
like,
fun
by the
to her.
way,
Like she's obsessed with that shit as a detective. She's like, I want to do that shit. Like now she's doing it. She's just like no fun. I find that weird.
Kyle's like, you can
Because-
put pudding on pizza?
Right?
I don't think she finds enjoyment out of it though. She's just good at it.
She's just good at it. She's good at guessing 7.
She
the
likes
number
killing
7.
people. That's really what she likes doing. You know?
Hanamachi gets called by Matsuoka. He's like stuck in the memories of catching the perforator. So Hanamachi goes to catch up with Fukuda, the perforator, not the operator, at his secondary location. Hanamachi then like just sort of mind freaks perforator by explaining his methodology and that she's already drilled a hole in her head with the drill before that like he's holding in his hand. And Fukuda's so chill. He's one of my like favorite characters in anime. Like I just love him because he's constantly confronted with impossible information and he just laughs and goes, well, that's gotta be true.
Yeah, you know way too fucking much for this not to be true. So I mean, I'll believe
Like
it.
if someone did that to me in real life, I wouldn't just believe them. Like he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, we're going with whatever you say.
It's so good. I've felt that on a real level. Like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever, dude. You seem like you know what's going on.
You know a lot of shit.
I have no reason
Yeah.
to believe that's not the truth. So
Yeah, we're going with it. He asks about her hole, and she says she's misses that leaky thing.
Ew,
Okay.
come on.
I hadn't written that much gross stuff. I gotta like,
I know,
pepper it
but
in, just
the leaky
remind
thing.
you.
The leaky thing.
yeah, because
That's how you know-
wiped it.
That's how you know this anime is so good that Kyle has stopped himself from writing an excessive amount of gross shit.
Oh
he
yeah,
just
because if
wants to
I'm
talk
bored,
about
I'm
her
just gonna be
plot.
like, let's be gross.
Gross, gross, gross. Holes, 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 leak, moist holes.
She asks him about his dreams and then holds a picture of John Walker. He gives specific dates and times for all the dreams he had of the guy because he's really good with numbers. And he recounts that he dreamed to a hospital with an old man inviting him to drill a hole in Kiki's head. Then he literally says, I have no interest in dream holes. This guy over here too good for dream holes.
Right.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
I only deal in real holes, reality holes. That's it.
I get that.
Anyways, they line up the activity with people's work schedule. Fukuda mentions that someone could just be overseas at that time, and this sounds like serious legwork done way too easily for them to like get to the answer. Wait. Back in the actual real world, Matsuoka is investigating Momoki's house for signs of disruptance. Disruptance isn't a word, I guess. I feel like it should be. It's staying. Disruption is dumb.
Yeah.
Disruptance is new.
Is it not real? It sounds like a real word.
I'm getting the red squiggly, okay?
Oh fuck, dude. Disruptance. It's now a word. We're
Yeah,
gonna
right?
Put it in a dictionary.
Detective Togo has a sharp fucking eye. She almost instantly zeroes in on a picture frame that wasn't there before. I believe she just like offhand mentions that her and Momoki had relations, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, she did. She's like, yeah,
I-
I didn't see that last time I was taking him, you know, to Pound Town.
Yeah. But damn, when you gonna remember the layout like that? Like just oh, that's a new picture. Like
What
had
else
the
do you
photo-
do when you're like when you're, you know, when
Yeah.
someone's like 9 inches deep in your throat? You're gonna look
Come
around.
on, you gotta look around like, what's
Right.
going on over here?
Oh.
Behind the photo was a photo of Narasago's family. Someone had taken the photo off the cell wall and put it behind a photo of Momoki and some other fucking pigs, which is some fucking awesome like way of planting within this world. Oh my god, I love that. I love that so much.
Mm-hmm. It's good. But I don't know why they didn't put it behind a picture that was already there.
That's what they did. It was behind a picture. It was behind the picture of pigs.
But then how did she pick it out?
Pigs.
Because I think there wasn't. Oh, you're saying why didn't they? Okay, yeah, they put a frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been just way easier, and it would
But
have
then
made
they
it way harder.
find out later why, right? Because like he wanted to get caught. you know.
Yeah. In the dream, Idwell, Hanamachi finds exactly one person who lined up with all this. She makes a phone call and asks if it's John Walker. The man on the other end stands up, which I guess she hears over the phone. It's John Hammond, Takuhiko Hayasara, the old dude who definitely was suspicious the whole time. This story, despite its crazy thievery of Minority Report and Inception, still just turns out to be a Scooby-Doo story. Who done it? The creepy old guy. Every time. Creepy old guy.
Weird. Creepy old guy and the guy in power. It's always the same guy. Same guy.
Same people.
Same people. Every time. Who's in power? It was that guy.
Hanamachi gets pulled back into the Idwell of Narasago. She's confused at first, but Naito just reminds her and taps her in her hole, which creates one on her Idwell avatar as well.
Yeah.
She says she has solved the case. It's Inspector Hayasara. This is received with only mild disgruntlement at best. I don't know.
They're like, yeah, no, makes sense.
Yeah.
He started this.
Yeah.
See, Narisigo watched a lot of anime in his time, so he's like, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Like everybody straight up like sits around like the water cooler and they're like, you know who I probably think John Walker is? The guy who hired us to do this. They're like, yeah, we should find some evidence. And as soon as they found it, get him now. We know.
Yeah. They walk back to Kairu and stare up the sky. It's the eye of the storm between the worlds, synchronizing time. As soon as they do that, collapsing the wave function. The id facility is able to eject everyone out of the cockpits, and they go from having 3 vegetables to none, just like that.
Boom.
Hanamachi drops the bombshell of John Walker's identity. Still, nobody drops a single no nannies. Everyone's just like, oh, okay. Yeah, get the warrant. Then the power goes out. It is like Jurassic Park. Hyosaurus Rex is seen walking through a dark hallway when he opens the ceiling. In the ceiling, there's a Kiki floating in some Evangelion suit. An episode.
Yep. That's good.
I gave this a paprika out of Black Dynamite.
Okay.
Like the whole number thing that happened reminded me of that scene in Black Dynamite when they're sitting in the diner. Asclepius's staff.
There you go.
Oh, that shit was good as fuck, though.
And then paprika, because this was just the guy in charge is the guy that's doing all the stuff.
You're just giving you don't gotta explain it. It's paprika for every episode.
Yeah. Every episode. Paprika, Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist.
This was also Saw. There was Saw in here.
There was Saw, yeah. Okay.
So I go either way. It's a lot
Episode 12. It's a lot of what?
It's a lot of stuff.
Episode 12.
You fucking idiot, dude.
Fucking got you. Episode 12. Kiki is walking around like some shit from Elfenlied. Except instead of tearing everyone apart, she's just giving them psychotic nightmares that send them into coma. Clearly, we are seeing how she managed to escape the hospital, except she seemed so vacant about it this time as she walked around the facility.
Yeah. What is more terrifying? Some lady walking around ripping off your heads and shit, or some lady just fucking Cthulhuing everybody around her and giving them fucking horrendous nightmares and shit?
I mean, the blood nightmare was terrifying, but I don't know. Elfenlied was visceral. There's
Elfenlied, you die instantly, right?
The problem is you see people get torn up like that, and you know you're gonna get torn up, and there's literally nothing you can do about it.
Nothing.
I think that's more scary right there. But
okay. I mean, it depends on what dream you get. If you get the baby dream that we see later, I'm taking getting my head ripped off.
Got to get good dream RNG, my dude.
Yeah. If you get good dream RNG, you're fine.
Yeah, if it's the Boulder one,
you're good.
Dude, if it's the one where it's just train tracks and trains, that one fucking sucks.
That one is horrifying. The baby one, though, I didn't like at all.
There's no winning that one, because even if you pick the one with the biggest gap in train, you're still going to get hit by a train before there's a gap.
Yeah. Train gaps isn't a good dream.
You guys think your grip on reality is strong enough or too strong that if something like this happened, you wouldn't know how to immediately react to it?
Oh man, I had a weird situation. I was at work one time and someone hid in my locker.
What?
And then when I opened my locker and they scared me, right? But I don't know. I think my brain's just too rational or something. Because in that moment, I was screaming, but my only thought was, "You can't be inside the locker. This is not where people are.
People don't in here.
This isn't where people go. Why are you here?" I was just so fucking Confused.
Like, I feel like my grip on reality is so loose that like if something like this happened, I'd be like, okay, yeah,
Yeah. All these
this is where
trains.
we're at.
Do I get on one of these?
Look
Where am I
around.
going?
What am I doing here?
Where am I going? Is that my baby in the
Yeah.
blood?
Okay, this is blood. Baby.
Yep, baby.
Okay, that must be me or
Baby
my baby.
comes.
Alright.
Baby comes from
Oh,
blood.
my baby. Hi,
Okay.
baby.
Hi, baby. Did I name you? Are you
Yeah.
my baby?
The old man enters the cockpit room and blasts the shit out of Neri. Fukuda sort of just holds his hand up in mild protest to this. This dude doesn't give a single fuck, and he's my favorite character.
Yeah. He's great.
The old dude, much like Hitler, thinks that if anyone's going to kill him, it's going to be him. Then
No.
shoots himself in the stomach 3 times before activating the cockpit and sitting in it. Originally, I was like, why? But I realized now that he had to act like he had to catch the idwell
Yep.
with his part. So he had to give himself particles and shoot himself in the stomach. So that way he could then kill himself.
Yep. Because he said he's.
But
he's
initially,
never
I was
murdered
like, that's
anyone.
excessive.
No, it makes sense.
Well, no, he shot Narcigo first, right? And then he shot himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
So
he was
that'll
just
make
covering his bases.
He's like, I need to. Maybe he shot Narisigo to not kill him. He just
Yeah.
wanted him to sit the fuck down.
But at the end when they were like, oh, we need to like, he'll probably go back to just before his first murder, and it shows him shooting Narisago. I don't know, maybe I don't know. Then he says some crap about how he's going to expand the system and create justice on a larger scale. Either way, he intends on being immortal within the system, so he shoots himself in the fucking head.
Bing bang boom, son.
Bing pow.
This
The
was just a
backpack.
series of events that was happening where I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? It was just like one
Yeah.
after another. Like he
Yeah, it
shot
was great.
Narisigo, I'm like, oh shit. And then he's like, all right, now I gotta go. And then he fucking shot himself 3 times in the stomach.
This all happened very quickly.
It was very quickly, and I loved it. I'm like, this it's just nonstop. I'm just nonstop going, what?
Hanamachi and Nari jump into cockpits to chase after his Idwell. It's really just an avatar of him, and I'm not sure if they're intended on doing like what are they gonna do? Like at this point, I'm just confused because it doesn't seem like it matters. And then Fukuda opts out, but he doesn't opt out of the waifu enforced nap time that's taking over the building.
Waifu enforced.
John Walker stands up with Hayasara's face. He says his name is Yuraido. He's the brilliant detective who will solve Kaira's death. Then he looks at his hand and realizes he's holding a bloody
Oh,
knife.
I did.
Wait a second, it's me! Case solved. 80% speedrun detective achievement done.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, it's me."
Just stab someone. I did it.
I did it. That is me.
Fastest detective work ever.
Imagine like people trying to break that speedrun record. They're like, as soon as the knife touches skin, I did it.
Yeah.
I did
He's like,
Also,
he's like, who killed you? I did it.
also, Yuraido means Backwell. I mean, that's what Google's telling me. So there's a fun fact for that one.
Ooh, what?
Ooh.
Back well?
Yeah, you know, all of them are like, well,
Yeah.
names. Yeah,
But what's a back?
I don't know why Backwell. Backwell doesn't really like
'Cause
fit.
he's behind all of it.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe that's it.
He's
But
behind the well. Ah!
I feel like they just had like they had to name him, and they had a Harris in Japan just in the background because he's behind all of
Because
it.
he's behind all of it. Back well.
He's in the Idwell and he's behind the Idwell. Backwell. Boom.
I think every writing staff needs a Harris where he's just like bullshitting enough to get
Yeah.
to fix the plot holes.
Yep.
That's all I can do, man. I just felt. Like,
I just filled holes. His serial killer name would be the Hole Filler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Mm,
get him in Wisconsin. We need that shit.
mm.
The world around him melts and countless blank faces come out of the dirt and sand. He knows Kairu has made it easy so he can remember who he is. In the sky, there's Hayasara's face. She's trying to trap him in Dogma, but he's already dead, so there's no way to update it. He picks up a mask. Each mask seems to be a repository of everything that's been pumped and dumped in Kiki.
Pumped and dumped in Kiki. What is wrong with you? You're
Am I wrong? Is that not right? Is that
yeah,
is that not what it
you're
is?
not
Are you
wrong.
lying to me?
As per usual, you're not wrong, but it doesn't mean I have to like it.
Kyle,
The other detectives should
we need to write something together. You know, because I
Fucking
think
dumb.
you can write some amazing shit, and I'll just fill in the stupid shit. And
Yeah.
anyone that
Yeah.
listens to this podcast will know which parts were you and which parts were like, they'll straight up know.
Yeah. It'd be fucking great.
He picks up a mask. Each mask. Oh wait, yep, right. Pumpkin, Duncan, Kiki. See, sometimes I plan these spaces right. Like I know when you guys are going to say something, so I just like I have no point in putting this here, so I'll just put this next paragraph
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
But I didn't do that for here, so that's why I'm like confused. The other detectives show up, and Urido does a good Dio Brando impersonation when he puts on the mask before instant transmissioning.
Whoop. I don't know how
The
to do the
brilliant
noise
detective.
for the instant transmission.
Yeah, the
Yeah. Whoop. Whatever the fuck it is.
The brilliant detectives follow through the mask and are hopping between odd worlds. The not quite brilliant, just regular detectives, meanwhile, are in a grass field. They make the same realizations I already mentioned in the podcast, and they realize that this is probably Indiana Jones Idwell or something. Giant boulders roll down the hills chasing them, except there were only 3, and they all just run in the direction of the boulders, so this is really dumb. I wonder if you die in the game, do you die in real life? But only 70% of the nurses got out of the coma, so like, it's not good odds. Don't risk it.
Right.
I like that a lot. I don't know why, but I really like that. It was like, because there's so many times it's like, oh, if you die in here, you'll die in real life. But they're like, there's a possibility you might.
Momoki and Matsuoka are in car. I'm not sure when the fuck Momoki got picked up. Like when are you
Off
guys?
screen. It was off screen. They were
When?
just- I don't know,
When
they-
he was in the facility though.
was he?
He was, yeah, because they
The last
they
time we had
him-
seen him, he was in the interrogation room.
I thought they
Yeah.
left to go.
And then out of nowhere, he's just
I thought they left to go to
there.
dude's house. I thought.
They
yeah,
didn't
he
take
went to his
him.
house without him.
I
Yeah,
thought
he was in
I thought
They're
holding
it
still
was-
last time.
investigating a murder. Like
Yeah.
he's still in there for it. It was so random that he was there.
I thought he went and
was
picked him
like-
up.
I figured he did, but how did he get in there when she was doing her
I
stuff?
I thought he picked him up before she came.
I
out.
hoped you had guys
maybe, I
had
don't
something for this, but
No, I
yeah,
don't.
no.
I don't know. I. It was just one of
Because
those
why
things.
would-
So many things were happening. I was like, okay,
Matsuoka like investigated the house by himself. So Momoki wasn't there then. But
Yeah.
on the way back, Momoki's in the car.
Momoki ran to the house. He's like, "Hey, we gotta go check this out." So Momoki just dipped, right?
Yeah. Anyways, they're viewing remote surveillance of the building. And that seems like a nice plot device for them to understand what's going on, but seems like a massive security flaw for this super secret confidential building. How in the hell? The building is under some shimmering lockdown. The plan generally seems to be get the crazy magic lady back in the magic box
Yeah.
or killer.
Or killer.
or kill her. The brilliant detectives are free falling chasing Hayasara. The old man reveals that this is actually Hanamachi's Idwell and instantly puts a hole in her skull.
Hmm.
I mean, like that, like doing that does that. Just like that, he's trapped her in a wellstorm of her own world. The old dude disappears and Sakaido chases after. And then there's a lot that happens over a short time. There's a music video thing, like the lady they caught earlier, the gravedigger shoots a guy within the dream world. Some dudes are in a hellscape of infinite train tracks. Hanamachi gets caught by a Naito, but Fukuda, like he's not by a Naito, but it's Fukuda, like just regular perforator guy.
Yeah.
As he jumps in the dream world, Sakaido finds his own Idwell and remembers who he is during this like quick thing. They're like, we ain't got time for this shit.
Yeah.
This-
they just- and
This
the
is where
s-
Butterfly plays, right?
Yeah, the song that plays is so
Yeah.
good, dude.
It's
Oh, it's so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
This whole scene was great. This was just like it was like really fast. Like they showed a lot, and it was for the sake of time, but like none
Yeah.
of it felt rushed. Like it all
Yeah.
felt
Yeah.
right. It was
Oh,
really
it felt good.
Yeah, it was really good. Really well done.
Hanamachi and Fukuda are back in the face void. Fukuda says he isn't a brilliant detective, so he just kind of wants to chill in her well. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hands.
Hey.
She asks him. She asks him what he thinks about the number 7. The dude is a pretentious nerd about it. It's a perfectly fine number, but people are shit if they And my precious number 3 is actually the best number.
Right. Well, actually, the number 3 is way better
Actually,
than
number
the
seven
seven.
is actually number 7 is already prime. So like, if you like it, it's just like you're liking something that's already like fucking like magical. Like you
Right.
don't have to pick that. But if you like the number 3, see my dry number 3.
The number 7 is way too wet. They actually made a song about it, and it's a medical condition, and it's disgusting.
Okay.
Anami the Gravedigger somehow found this world and goes to shoot Hanamachi. Fukuda shoves her aside and takes a bullet for her. Hanamachi, rather than taking cover, has a long conversation about the number 3 and holes and fulfilling wishes. Very fulfilling last conversation for Fukuda.
Yep.
Hanamachi remarks that the hole in her head allowed her to see things as if the missing pieces are gone.
This was really cool. I
Yeah,
like
that
that
was really
I
cool.
like that the head holes are like they all serve a purpose, which
Yeah.
makes me think I just bought a bunch of new drill bits. I'm gonna
There you
fucking
go.
go out in
Yeah,
the garage
yeah.
today, pop
Oh,
a hole
yeah.
in my head, see what I can learn.
Fifi!
Don't do that.
And Nami is excited because she found the mask that will let her see Kazuda again. She enters her own Idwell and finds Kazuda, Mr. Geodude himself, fucking holding on to the earth. He says
Yeah, dude.
God
Look
damn
at what-
it.
he says she needs to look out for that scary monster, but somehow doesn't really give her enough warning that she's being stabbed in the back by a katana.
Yeah. Like watch out for the scary
She's like,
monster.
you gotta watch out for that. But like, you could just say behind you.
Yeah.
Just like that, she dies looking at Kazuda in the same manner he died looking at her.
Mhm.
Honestly, they should have really just kissed and got it over with, but here we are.
Mm.
God, I don't know why, but the
Christine.
sound of the sword going through her back, the
Yeah.
noise, it was
Yeah.
it was a lot. It was a lot.
It was a good noise.
It was a good
It was
noise.
a good noise.
The squish.
Mm. It scared me.
Skydo-
I was like sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, there you go, watch out for
You
the
gotta watch
monster."
out
And I was
for
like,
the
"Shit." I was like, "Oh fuck!"
Oh fuck.
What the
And I
fuck
was
happened?
glad they killed her because the whole time I was like, what the fuck are they going to do with her plot? Because this feels like an extra thing. Can we just not?
They didn't need to do it. They didn't need to do anything with her, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
whatever. It's just a callback.
She
Like, you
killed
remember these
Fukuda.
guys? You remember these
Oh,
guys?
She killed Fukuda.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
know, I know.
But they could have not killed him. He was
Yeah.
the best. Now he's not. Oh my god.
No, he was too good to live.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
Skydo enters the face-filled void and says hi to Hanamachi. They both remember everything and are ready to catch that old man. End episode.
Hijirido. I gave this a paprika out of Samurai Jack.
Look, I don't feel like typing Hey Dorito every time.
That's fine.
She made a point like, I'm in the Idwell, call me Hijirito. I'm like, I'm still typing Hanamachi, bitch.
Yeah.
The
Every
real
time.
world and the dream world's all coming together, and then they were jumping through realities, chasing him like Samurai
Yeah.
Jack chases Aku.
That's cool.
Ah, cool. Yeah, that's good.
For some reason, when I was
Also-
watching these episodes, I thought this was the last episode, and then it ended like that. I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you leave a cliffhanger for the first season? I'm so
Yeah, that
angry
was-
right now.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh fuck, I got one more episode. Thank God.
Also, not to jerk myself off too much, but like, Face-filled void is one of those like word plays that I'm going to be very happy about for a long time, because normally it's faceless void and it was basically a void, but there were faces everywhere and it's a face-filled void.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you're so fucking cool, dude. You're so fucking
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good one. I like it.
Episode 13. John Walker stands on top of a giant veiny baby in a bloody bathtub.
cool. Oh, come
I
on.
don't know how
know.
else to like.
I know. I know. I know.
I
Yep.
didn't
like it.
even exaggerate anything. That's just
No.
what it
I
was.
Exactly what
don't
it
like
was.
the word veiny baby at all, dude.
Sakaido
Oh.
comes in with a yeah and falling sky punch. Holy shit, is this turning into a shonen?
Yeah.
John Walker randomly has the power of levitation, which is a key part of shonen. So when they just get random flight.
Yeah. Exactly. I was like, all right, here we go, dude. Now it's happening.
Everybody can fly? Is this Bleach? You remember
Yeah.
in Bleach when like flying was like a big deal, and then just everybody fucking
Just
did it.
Everyone did it.
Everyone.
There was a
everyone.
whole arc
Yep.
where Kenpachi's running through the city looking for people, and then all of a sudden they could just fly.
Yeah, you know, I love that show more than anything, but that still is like my number one most hated thing. Is that just like,
Mhm.
yeah, we can all fly now. I'm like,
Yeah.
it was like, what is it? Why? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to go off topic. Go ahead, Kyle.
He taunts Kaido for giving away the surprise by screaming. Then the Titan baby screams. The Attack on Titan music starts playing in my head.
Yep,
Dun, dun, dun,
absolutely.
dun, dun, Aaron Yeager.
Letting it all play in you guys' heads. Why does that song slap so hard?
It's just a fucking slapper, dude.
It slaps good because they say the main character's name in the beginning. You know.
Oh yeah. Dun, 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 Ash catch him.
I want
Kaido runs on the
catch 'em.
blood.
Oh, I fixed.
Kaido runs on the blood up the baby and assaults John Walker, who deflects it. The baby tries to clap them like little flies. This would be the best Smash Bros. Level ever.
Oh my god, yes it would, dude.
That's what it felt like. Just trying to slap you as you're fighting in a bathtub.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine Nintendo put this level on in Smash? Like all these little kids are like, "Yeah, I want to play Mario," and there's a giant veiny baby trying to slap.
It'd
you
be
and play with
better
blood.
if you were on the baby's belly and you had to watch out for
Yeah.
the arms and the legs as it's kicking. You know.
Oh.
I also feel like I really should have made a Binding of Isaac joke, but I didn't make one. I'm
And
sorry.
then like,
That would've been a
and
good
then
one.
blood fills the baby's face, and then it slowly stops moving because it dies, and then the blood goes back down and it starts kicking again.
Come on, why are you doing it still?
Tell me that wouldn't be a sick fucking level.
It'd be a good level.
It'd be a good
With his
level, but
umbilical cord just kind of like
Come
slopping
on.
around. I
Yeah.
don't know.
slopping around. It's not even a
Nope.
good verb.
Yeah, I should have said flopping, but I said slopping. And,
Slopping
like, it
around.
works. It's probably wet, so like it works. It's fine. I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
The old man makes a claim that they are one and the same. They don't have to fight. It's typical anime trope where they go, "We're the same." Hanamachi comes in with a surprise shark attack out of nowhere.
That was so good.
This shit is fun writing, and not gonna lie, see, this is the perfect explanation of how I can come up with so many like random like plot holes. You're like, this doesn't make sense, or like this wasn't here. But like the shark thing, literally no explanation needed. It was so fun, we don't care. Nobody sat there and went, why is there a shark?
Somebody definitely did. Somebody who watched this definitely tried to connect that shit.
And that person definitely needs to just fucking walk into traffic. I don't know. So like
Oh, buddy.
they're literally making their whole life miserable, and I don't know. Like, if you can't just enjoy a random anime girl with a shark just killing the bad guy,
Right?
They need to drill some holes in their head, you know.
They definitely need to go drill some holes in their head. I can't wait to go do that later.
Okay.
Walker comes out of the blood with pieces of himself missing. He explains that because he's dead outside the real world, the Mazabala system simply
Mhm.
repairs him.
The
Great.
Mizuhaname,
It's-
Kyle.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
I see. I was gonna say it, but I typed it wrong, so I was like,
Right.
"Well, I forgot how to type it." So
The Master
Where's-
Kalamama.
And the part where his head's missing and the blood's pooling in it. Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
And the-
I liked it when his head like balloons up and then it
Yeah.
pops back.
And his eyes
Oh.
in it. It's so good, dude.
this
I
was
want
awesome.
this studio to make just a fight anime where gross shit happens because they're so fucking good at it. And it makes me sad that this studio did Infinite Dendrogram and how shit Infinite Dendrogram was.
Yeah,
I know it
there's
wasn't
some
them.
shit that happened in
I know it
though.
wasn't them. No. Even the fighting in Infinite Dendrogram was fucking played out. It was shit, dude. Fuck that fucking show.
Anyways, the system repairs him. Great. It's Dragon Ball. Every villain's got to have regenerative powers.
Yes.
It is a shonen.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Momiki enters the id facility using a suit made from the original system the scientists had made with Kiki. Her powers had grown, so Momiki comments that it is barely enough to enter the building. The not so brilliant detectives are still alive. Headband guy gets some boulders to smash, and when the rocks start to follow him, he gets upset until Miss Togo covers his mouth with a hand. The rocks were responding to sound and chasing him that way. Also, he blushes because her boobs are touching his gas.
Yeah, why? Do you know
Touching his
you
neck.
talk about anime tropes and then this happened and I'm like,
Oh, I got you.
for
I got you with this
fucking-
rant.
what reason, dude?
I got you with this rant.
Give me it.
Quick rant. So this entire time I've been confused because her design has been chesty.
Chest.
I didn't make a single comment the entire podcast because it wasn't relevant and it wasn't like sexualized. So I just was like, whatever. She's got big boobs. Like she was wearing a regular business attire, so it wasn't sexualized. It was like they were trying to draw a natural big-breasted woman without trying to sexualize it, and they're just like gonna let her be. So like it was just gonna be like just a character. Like this is just her design.
Yeah.
Except this is an anime, and I don't trust degenerated, perverted people that make it.
Yeah. You're good to do that.
And this whole time, her rack had been like Chekhov's gun, but Chekhov's mommy's milkies in my mind. I knew it was gonna be fucking used. I knew it. I saw it. And I was like, those are some fucking guns. All right. Somewhere, anywhere. And this is it. This is literally it to make him blush. It's not even like they don't build on it. They don't end with them like looking at each other, like doing eyebrows or anything.
Nope.
It's just for this one blush, and that is it.
They do.
And
They do the titty squish, right? Where you see the titty squish up against him, and then he blushes, and you hear him go this. "Huh." And he's literally. They say the sound will make these rocks beat you to death like it's fucking Bloods versus Crips, and you're gonna fucking go. Because titties touched you. How old are these people?
It's the dumbest shit.
I hate
They-
like
They
I'm not.
sexualized her a little bit when they kind of like said that she was banging Momoki.
No. She said it so straight faced that
Yeah.
was just like that's
That's
I'm a
just
person
something
and
that
I also have a
happens.
sex
Right,
life.
but
You know,
that's
like
that was
that's
the red herring. Like that's
yeah.
what I assumed. Like it was like, oh yeah, you know, if you got
Yeah,
big
that was
boobs,
it.
you're sexual.
like-
But like,
Ugh.
and then they did this, and I was like,
And I'm not exaggerating here. Like they really gave her like F cups here.
Yeah.
Like they're fucking.
Like if she looks down, she can't see her feet. Like
See,
they're,
and this
they're
was-
stupid.
I didn't even think about it this time because since the last episode that we recorded, I've watched the entire first season of Seven Deadly Sins,
Yeah.
and that show is just like
That's all it is. Yeah.
that's all it is.
Yeah.
So I
the
was
thing
like,
is I didn't even notice, right? Like how much milk mommy had in her because the show was so like anti-tropey that I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, like Kyle said, that's just a woman. And then and then they did this. I'm like, they had to. They fucking
so much.
they
milk.
couldn't
the studio,
not do
the
it.
studio
So
was
much
100% like, listen,
Listen, you guys know this is anime, right?
one
What?
one
It's like the one
scene.
F bomb.
You
gotta
can't make her look like that
Yeah.
and do nothing with it. One.
Because they never like did it. They never like had their beach episode. They never had her
No.
have her titties out. It was just she just had F cups, and then
Yeah.
they're like, we gotta do it.
There was
We gotta do it.
absolutely no fan service. I
No.
don't. I feel like we're like other people are feeling that we are talking about this way too long, but this is so
Yeah.
fucking weird to me.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Chekhov's Mommy's Milkies is gonna be a fucking thing for me
Chekhov's
for a
Mommy's
long
Milk
time.
That's a good
is
one.
really
That's a
fucking
good one.
good.
When are they going to use them? You know?
Meanwhile, the brilliant detectives have been hide and seek with John Walker's hat. He chases them to the perforators Idwell, but the old man gets his hat back easily. He smugly sits down in a chair like Thanos or some shit and asks if Fukuda is going to come with a surprise attack. They have some cheap plan like that.
Like
The
a
brilliant
shark.
detectives like a shark.
Y'all got another shark to throw at
me
me?
again, dude?
Mhm.
You going to
Shark me
shoot me again, huh?
I seen Jaws.
Yeah.
The brilliant detectives laugh. Momoki asks what he thinks about the number 7, and when he starts to talk about how divine the number is, she starts to laugh like the typical number snob who gets her opinions from other people.
Yeah. She definitely did get her opinion from other people. 100%. She's like, listen,
Well,
I just
I
learned
fucking
about
read.
how pretentious the number 7 is. You don't got to tell me about why you like it and why the
Yeah.
Bible is divine.
Of course, you're a
Fuck.
7 simp.
Yeah,
course.
you look like you like the number 7, you fucking bitch.
Yeah. It's no Sip September, you idiot.
You know, I like the number 3. That's
Ugh.
way more better than the number
Yeah.
7.
Dude's got a god complex, which is why he limited everything to 7. He planned this, but he also made an 8th serial killer, the cornerer, Narisago. Hanamachi says that this was his subconscious checking against himself for himself to make sure that he will be cornered in the end. He is Thanos. He's just like Thanos. Comic
Yeah.
book Thanos believes he should fail, and that's why he does.
It's this was awesome. I love this serial killer named the Corner. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like,
He corners you and then gets you to kill yourself.
and just get you to fucking neck yourself. It's so good.
And I like how Narisago was like, that's a fuck that.
He's
name,
like,
dude.
oh,
You couldn't do
that's my
anything better.
name.
Yeah. And we're just sitting here like, that's great.
yeah. He's like,
Then a
"Oh,
hand
come
strikes
on,
John
man."
Walker out of nowhere. It's Sakaido's thing hand. He's right. Not shouting does make the surprise better.
Yeah.
But I still like doing it.
Cody has the best one for that. It's
I
so
love it.
good.
It's my favorite noise.
Cody, you be the voice actor in whatever
Oh.
we write.
For everybody listening, next time you have sex, do that right when you nut. Guarantee it'll be twice as good.
Guaranteed.
good. It's
It's
just like choking
scientifically
yourself.
proven.
It's like what 17% better or something.
Yeah, yeah. I choke myself while I do it. You know, big nuts, dude. I nut so hard I pass out for a minute. I'm like,
Big comes.
oh, you
a
know,
water balloon. It just comes out. It's like
sometimes when we're doing this, right, I'm like, this is kind of cool because like, I don't want to say this. This is kind of neat, right? Because like when I'm really old, you know, and we've done this for a couple years, my
Yeah.
kids when they're older will have something to go, oh, Dad was goofy. No, please don't listen to this.
Nope,
Anybody I
don't.
respect
Nope.
or no,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
because then I talk shit like that, and they're gonna be like,
Oh,
why did
no.
Mom stay with him? What the fuck is wrong
Yeah.
with these people?
it's legitimately my
I mean,
biggest fear.
you
of,
gotta be
like,
honest.
if we get like more popular or something. Like, it's just people look back at this and
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, so in episode 8 of it Invaded, you said that it was like a cum water balloon. What
Yeah.
can you elaborate
What
on
did-
that? Like,
what
no,
did you mean?
I don't
Or-
want to
No,
talk
Or you know
I
what
about
would be
don't
even
want to.
better if they like make a fucking if somebody makes like a conglomeration of all the gross shit each one of you have said and then sends it to your parents. Like, hey, did
Yeah.
you know this was actually your son? That would be
Are we
fucking
done?
amazing, dude.
I don't I honestly don't know how my parents would feel. I think my
Yeah,
dad would be fine with it. I think my mom would just be like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have so much
Yeah.
explaining to do. It's
No.
just too much.
See, I started my mom off early. I'm like, hey, I started a podcast. Go listen to it. So now she knows me. She's like, y'all fucking
Yeah, right.
gross.
You gotta be real though. Like your kids growing up, like wanting to think about their dad, they're gonna know you. They're gonna be like, yeah, this is exactly my
point.
fucking dad.
I always wonder, like, at what age they get to where I could just be myself and just be gross again. You know?
yeah,
What, like,
Yeah.
you think, like, 16? I think 16 would be good.
I feel like they'll catch it regardless.
Yeah, like, they get bits of it now. But I
There
don't know
was
about.
something,
That's
I
what I'm
can't remember what it was, but last night you were like singing something and it was really gross. And then I heard one of the kids in the background start doing it. And then Cody was like, started like whispering.
No, okay, hold on. I know this is not anime anymore. But the little baby, the 2-year-old, she's not going to retain anything. So I say whatever I want in front of her. The older one, I refrain
But
sometimes.
that's the bedrock shit. Like that's the shit that you don't realize is the
Right.
foundation. Like
No,
that's
fine.
not. She's not gonna remember it, but it's there.
That's fine, dude. Listen, they'll be better for it, okay?
I don't know about that.
They'll be
That's
better
a,
for it.
When your kid
That's a
starts finger
steep
painting
claim,
on
dude.
people's fucking heads, dude, I don't know.
a steep claim.
I heard you talk about drill heads, Dad, so I started doing it to these squirrels I found out back. Uh-oh. Well,
Oh my god.
Uh,
all right, we could go. We can
okay,
start talking
okay.
about anime again, you know?
Hanamachi says that she sees things entirely full. You think that that's actually a chair you're sitting on? You idiot. You fucking idiot. That's a cockpit.
Fucking idiot. I can see everything for real, dude. You fucking idiot, dude.
And then just wow, he's sent to the Shadow Realm to live trapped inside of the second tier of an Idwell forever because they destroyed the device to get out. So he's just stuck there.
So this happened because that they made that his reality, right? This kind of confused me, my dumb brain.
There was already a cockpit in there, and
Yeah.
they tricked him to sitting into a cockpit to just send him into another tier, much like the other world that was before.
Okay.
So it's like his Idwell that he goes into.
Yeah,
So hold on, he was already in the cockpit, right?
yeah.
And then he went
Yeah.
to this world, and then they made him sit in a cockpit in this world.
Yeah.
So he went to
Yeah.
the. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's the
gotcha.
same thing that happened with
I'm back.
everything else.
I'm back. I'm back in it. I'm back in it.
And
boys.
in that world, he got stopped before he shot.
Okay, Narisa go stop. Okay,
Narisa-
I'm back.
And
in
like
it.
considering his plan before was to manipulate like the world's subconscious with the faceful void, that's a pretty good success. Like I initially was like, why chase after him? But now I'm realizing that like that was he would have actually become like some form of god
Yeah.
if he hadn't been like
He would have
if they just been like,
manipulated
oh whatever.
serial killers to do whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so they trapped him in a world where he's caught as
Yeah.
John Walker. And so he's just, he's stuck there.
Okay.
In the
Gotcha.
real world, Momoki is struggling at the stairs. His brain is down to 70% function, but I thought we only used 10% of our brains. Did Lucy lie to me?
Ooh.
Mhm.
Yep.
Matsuoka says to give him more juice than his body can handle. Dude's about to go out like a SoundCloud rapper.
For
No.
real,
He's
dude.
on the ground, covered in vomit. He's flatlining.
R.I.P. Lil Peep. Why we gotta do it,
I-
Kyle? Why you do
Dude,
it to
I
me?
almost said it. I didn't do it to you though.
You made me think about it. All right.
R.I.P. Lil Peep.
R.I.P. Lil Peep.
Rip
R.I.P.
Peep.
Peep.
The suit has the built-in defibrillator.
Yeah.
What the fuck was the suit designed for?
Dude,
Like,
when this scene was happening, I was just like, "What? How much shit is in the suit? What
Yeah.
else they can do? Feed him. He's hungry.
There's some Batman shit, dude. There's
Little
some straight
pancakes.
Batman shit.
he's about to poop. Just get it.
Just get it.
Scrape it out for him.
Scrape it
Wipe
out.
his butt.
Yep. They got a spatula that goes into his asshole and scrapes it out.
For whatever reason, I really like that they showed the puke
Yeah.
in the thing, because so many times you'll see like anime characters puke and then it'll just disappear like it never
Yeah.
happened.
Oh, I hate that.
You know what I didn't like? When they defibbed him so much that it broke his fucking ribs. That's what I didn't
Right?
like.
That's what I was saying. Like, I know, like, we see them later. I know the old man didn't wear the suit. What was the suit designed for?
I don't know.
And also, it's putting, like, it's breaking the ribs. So it could, like, literally, if you're wearing this suit, right? And someone was just like, I'm going to kill this guy. You're just going to have your fucking ribs broken while you're in the suit
Batman.
alive.
It's
Yeah.
Batman. This Batman shit. I swear this happened in a Batman comic.
That shit was wild. That suit was
Yeah.
wild. That's all. I don't really have much to say about it. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was a weird, convenient plot device.
Yeah.
Kind of. It wasn't, it was its own problem that solved itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In one suit.
So it didn't need to happen. They were just like, wouldn't it be cool if we just made him like die for a second and throw up?
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah.
know, they're showing how powerful this whole thing is.
Yeah, yeah, I get it.
It's
get
good.
it.
I dug it, dude. I
did
liked
too.
this whole thing. I loved
I do too.
I love the
I
structure.
would not choose to take it out. That's an important thing to say. Like, it's
Yeah.
great. Kiki is staring out at the city. She turns and finds Momoki. She's excited. It's the same officer that rescued her from the Challenger. She runs to greet him when the dude pulls out a gun. There's a certain level of hurt and betrayal in that face that I really didn't appreciate seeing.
Yeah.
He then just dramatically throws a gun around on the ground and asks to run away, which kind of defeats the whole fucking purpose of pulling a gun on her at first.
I
don't
know.
but he-
You know.
That's the line, Kyle. Tell him.
Well,
So-
he was like, wait, hold on. But like okay, so I don't, it was dramatic watching, but like he's like, okay, I'm gonna walk up there and I'm gonna pull a gun on her and I'm gonna throw on the ground.
Yeah, he had to like
He's like-
plan this. He's like, I want to
It's
make it as
symbolic.
dramatic as
It's
possible.
to show like I could fucking shoot you and I'm not going to.
Yeah, we're not. And he said he never stopped searching for her.
Yeah.
And she smiles somberly. Her powers keep growing, and that no such place in the world would be able to like hide her for long. So she picks up the gun and asks him to end her pain. Momoki flinches, so she goes to do it herself. Click. The gun's empty. He explains that he couldn't kill her, even indirectly. He's a police officer. Man, we need our dudes trained over there in Japan, I guess.
Yeah, I knew this was
As
coming.
soon as this happened, I was like,
Cow.
okay. So,
Okay.
uh,
You're telling me.
Cops don't want to kill people.
I was
What?
like, I've definitely seen cops.
Well, let me
kill-
look at the news real quick. Yep,
Yeah.
there's a new one.
This one hurt me a little bit, like on an emotional level, because I was like, it's like that one Black Panther SNL skit, Black Jeopardy.
Yeah.
It's like he's like, you know, I would tell the police about the crime and then I would help them. And he's like, that's the right answer, right? And he's like, it should be. You know, like,
Oh, yeah.
it should be the right answer, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Black Jeopardy is easily the best skits that came out of SNL in the last like
Oh
fucking
my god,
years.
dude! I watched the Black Panther one so often, and after you know the
Yeah.
stuff Chadwick Boseman, I watched it again, and I literally cry every time at that scene because
When he clicks and he starts hating white people, but not
Yeah.
not just like the fucking like she
Oh,
gonna put
hell
some
no.
stupid shit in that potato salad.
like some raisins, and he's like, "You betcha, you got you."
You got it, you got it.
Oh man, dude, oh man, it just like so many emotions went through me when that happened. I was
Yeah.
like, because I think
That one just made me so sad because I'm so
Yeah.
empathetic for Kiki, and it's just like she's been like abused in
Yeah.
every way, and this world has just been so cruel to her.
But like at the same time, like I knew at that moment, like I knew what Momoki was gonna have to do. Right.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I mean, they already said that they were going to put her in the well.
Yeah. You
I
still
mean,
don't
no,
want it to
that-
happen,
that
though,
Back
you know?
in your
Yeah.
hole.
yeah.
Go back.
Which is fucked up because that's exactly what Hayabusa wanted, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I don't know any of these people's names.
I
don't
see
know.
that. You know why you don't know any people's names? Because they all have like 3 fucking names.
Yeah, that is true.
There's too many syllables. You know? I'm a simple man.
She understands. She's got to get back in the magic box and make the police machine go burr.
Yep.
At least she could be some help this way. They walk back to the pool. And she's about to submerge when the idiot finds words in his stupid mouth. Like he doesn't say anything the whole way, which is just upsetting me. And he says that he will find a way to fix her and get her out of this hell one day. She has a moment where she sees Sakaido. It's fucking random. I have no fucking explanation for this.
Yeah.
Sakaido is elated that he finally found Kaoru alive. She starts to tear up. She believes him. She says that she will wait as long as it takes.
Well, she's not even in the pool. I don't get it.
I don't
Well,
get it.
she's already like fucking up the world with like
Yeah.
mixing the dream world and the reality.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I took it as. I was like, you know what? She's like already the plot device. You don't need a fucking. It was just forced. You could have had a more natural thing. They're like, oh, we needed to put this scene in, and like,
I don't think it was forced because he learned all about her in that second level, right?
yeah,
And I would imagine that she remembers some of that, right? And he's
Yeah.
basically saying like, I'm going to save you. And so Momoki's like, hey, someone will save you. And Sakaido's like, hey, I remember everything. And I'm, like giving her kind of like the
Like-
extra hope.
like, yeah, maybe because he's saying that because whenever you say things, he makes like when she mentions like you're talking about a murderer, like the thing happens, but like she links that intent with Sakaido, who's always trying to save her.
Yeah.
Like that would make sense.
Right.
Why?
Like it's some connection like that, right? And
Yeah.
it's one of those things like I don't know every piece of that puzzle, but I've got enough of it done that I know what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. The field drops. Everyone starts to wake up. The brilliant detectives are extracted from the cockpits. Hanamachi gives Fukuda one single tear. Bitch, you know the dude likes threes. Give him 3 tears.
Right? Just what are you doing? You're fucking.
Yeah.
You're ruining his memory by giving him
Ruthless.
one. Right.
Ruthless.
You might as well have gave him
Only give you one.
7. You fucking
Yeah.
psychopath.
Oh my god, 7? He would
7?
throw up. He would wake up
literally-
just a
He'd come back
flabber.
from the dead to throw
Are you
up in her
fucking kidding
face.
me? 7 tears?
Oh hell no.
Narasago smiles somberly while thinking about his family. He says that it's a joy to run out of tears as well.
Oh,
Then we
that
get
one
some
hurt
quick
me. That
Yeah.
one hurt me.
right. That was a
That was
good line.
It's a really good line.
That one hurt me, dude. He says
Let me get-
sometimes it's good to run out of tears, and I'm like, fuck, dude. No, it's not. Damn it.
I still got a lot left.
Oh fuck, yeah, that was good.
Then we get some like quick recap of the old dude being officially suicided, like in the news, followed by Hanamachi and Narasago in cockpits to enter a new case. Interestingly, Narasago's still in a prisoner outfit.
Yeah.
I thought for some reason because all the like things that revealed, he would be like, I don't fucking know. Maybe he's just like, I like it here.
Yeah. He's like, I got nothing else going on in my life.
Right.
But
My family's
like
been
I'll
dead.
just keep doing this, right?
Yeah, fuck it.
And anime. That's new. It's normally like end season. But I guess there's gonna be season 2, so never mind. Like fucking
Is it like confirmed?
The
season
manga
2?
is currently going for like the second season. It's called like it's called like
building
It
out
Invaded Broken or something like that.
Yeah.
So
So like either there's gonna be more development with Kiki as far as like her getting out or them trying to like
Yeah.
fix her or like
it's just more. I mean,
because-
so far it sounds like it's just Sakaido continuously just diving into.
yeah, but also because Hayasara is still like he's still out there kinda in
Right.
the system.
Right. There's a way that
They could come up with some bullshit way of getting him out.
yeah, or like like he comes back up through an Idwell or some shit like that. you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Fucking know.
Or someone gets into his well
Yeah.
and that opens up a hole for him to
Right.
get out.
I wish
Right, because it
somebody
would break
know.
the well, right? Because that's what happened with Honomachi
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and Narasigo, like told him because he probably thinks that second level is real because that's what was happening to Narasigo.
And then he comes out not as like Hayasara, but like as Hayasara plus like 5,000 years because he's been there so long. and he's like super advanced intelligence, and he's just like actually a god.
Yes.
That'd be so good.
I gave this episode a Naruto out of Men in Black.
Hell yeah.
So I can't explain too much about the Naruto right now
Okay.
because it's spoilers for things that are coming.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay.
So, but yeah, just outsmarting the bad guy. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Men in Black, because that end, like the last like 5 minutes of them being like, it's a secret organization and my name is Sakaido and I got it. Like I was like, this is Men in Black. What are you doing to me right
Right.
now?
Yeah,
It was
right.
a good ending,
zoom
though.
out and then it all be a marble or some shit. Like, all right, cool,
Yeah,
here we are.
That shit did happen.
I was kind
But
of
this-
hoping that the ending of this would be like Narisago being like, "Listen, I understand it's fake. Let me double dive into these fucking Idwells and just live in there forever." Like that would be like
yeah,
his.
I thought that was gonna be like the Captain America route,
Yeah,
where he's just like,
I thought after he completed everything, they're like, "Listen, you fucking like saved the world with us. You're free to go." And he's like, "I don't want to go. Just put me in a chair and just let me die."
But that was the whole point of him living that 2
I
years.
know, I
family. It's
know,
like,
I know.
I need to continue living. Like that's the whole
Yeah.
point of his character. If they did that, I'd be so mad. I'd be
still-
so mad because it doesn't make any sense in character.
like after you finished it, yes, but like as I was watching this, I thought that's how it was gonna end. Once
No.
as soon as he went with his family, I'm like, oh, he's just gonna stay here forever. That's gonna be
No.
the ending of the anime.
No.
And I just want him to be with his family. I just want him to be.
I mean, they could have went full Inception and been like, all these things happen, and then like all of reality collapses, and then he's like, oh, he's there and his family's alive, and it's like, oh, is it real or not? You know?
And then they spin the top, and
Yeah.
it just keeps.
And then they'll spin the top, and it just keeps spinning, and then it
and
doesn't.
then you have all your friends
Yeah.
that you don't appreciate just like screaming, "Is it real or not?" Like
Yeah.
you're like, dude, that's kind of not the point right now.
But I really wanted to give this last episode an It Invaded out of It Invaded because this show was such a great Mod Podge of things that I've seen,
Mm-hmm.
It
But,
really
like-
fucking was.
but like done so well. Like
Yeah.
it was really
Like I
easy
keep
for this
joking
to
about it
turn
being
in-
like stealing shit, but like,
it could have been so easy for this to just become a carbon copy of something that already.
Mm-hmm.
But
see,
like
here's the thing. Wait, you got more? Sorry.
no.
Here's the thing that like I talk to people who like to write or like I like go to writing subreddits and I see like people like have coming with these like concerns, and there's always like these people who are stuck on like, is this original idea or not? And like no matter what, like unless you like literally are living in like some fucking galaxy brains space section of the fucking universe, like whatever you make is going to be like very easily like explained as a different story. Like you're not going to have a completely original idea. It's impossible. You see me do this with the like with the podcast we're doing. I'm constantly like, oh, this is John Hammond. So like I'm just like fucking drawing comparisons constantly. And like what people need to do is like they need to accept that like, yeah, this is like fucking Minority Report and Inception, and it's awesome and I like it, and I'm going to make something, and I'm going to in the process make it my own thing. It Invaded is a lot like these things, but it is very much It Invaded, and that's what
Yeah.
makes it so fucking good.
Yeah, because
I didn't watch it, and then they didn't do a 1-for-1 and do the same arc and the same characters, because then I'd just be like, this is just a cheap like fucking ripoff.
Yeah. Yeah, you could be like shit, like very much like shit, but still be
Everything is
wholly,
like shit as well.
Yeah, wholly unique in itself. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
stories it tells, the characters you put in it, like all of it can be totally unique, but still the exact same. If that makes any
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, it's like butterfly effect with stories. As long as you're not trying to copy the same thing,
Yeah.
you can have the same premise. And because it's the butterfly effect and you just have different characters in the same situation, it's going to turn out to be an entirely different story
Yeah.
that people will love for different reasons.
Yeah.
Right.
That was very beautifully put, Kyle. Butterfly effect. Stories, fucking plot lines, characters, boom.
Fucking. Oh, I thought we were just doing the end thing.
No. I mean, that's definitely gonna be there, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
That's
was
it.
fucking great, dude. I I don't know what we're gonna do next. We're gonna for our next one.
We'll just ask Papa Squeaky.
Yeah. Well, for our next one, we're each gonna pick one, and then we'll have all of our Patreons vote. So if you want to vote on what we watch next, go give us money, dude. You know, just do it.
Yeah.
Also, since
we're picking
Kyle,
one, we're not even. I thought we were having like a potluck, like we throw in some, and also our Patrons do, and then we just pick.
No. We
Oh.
each pick an anime. So all of our counts as one vote, and then our Patreons.
Yeah, but how do I even like get Papa Squeaky's vote in? Because I just need him the suggestion.
You're like, you give me the anime you want, and then you vote on it and tell everybody else to vote.
That's
on it.
100% what I'm gonna do. If he doesn't DM me right now on Discord, I
Right.
don't have a vote.
Since Kyle forgot, hold on. We got to give a shout out to our Patreon producer, Kyle. You know, you need to do that.
Shout out to Patreon producer
Purdue. He's our Patreon
Purdue?
producer because he pays them big boy bucks. Thank you, sir. You know,
Oh, I didn't realize that.
he needs one every episode for the month.
Okay, Purdue. I mean, a month, every week. I'm going to give that shit to him
Yeah, every episode for a month
for a month. Oh,
because he pays for the month, Kyle.
I'm very confused on this shit.
Shout
But
out our
every
Patreon
month is a
producer,
month.
Nicholas Purdue.
Chris Nicholas Purdue.
Chris-
Still, honestly, don't know what his
Nickel
first name
Chris.
is, and I don't want to know at this point.
Let's do
Uh,
Nickel Chris Purdue. That's what I like.
He's just Purdue. He's just Purdue.
Oh, Papa Squeaky messaged me. Hell yeah. Oh,
All right,
man.
shout out fucking Plotline, shout out Inception, shout out
Random shark attacks.
Random Sharks,
Uh,
dude.
Shout out
fucking-
Extendo Arms.
Shout out fucking what's
Shout
the
out
guy's name for
Crying.
Inception?
Mommy's Milky.
Shout out Miyavi, who sings Other Side and Butterfly.
Ooh,
And the
definitely.
Samurai song, I think, too.
Yeah, shout out every song in this show.
Every fucking song
Yeah.
in this
Every
is a slapper,
fucking
dude.
song.
Shout out the
Slap.
It,
anime,
like,
dude.
Straight up, like, it's like spreads my cheeks and just claps right on my butthole. It's so good. Yeah.
Shout out
Makes it like
the
popping sound with
person.
my butt.
Shout out the person who suggested this anime. One of our
Yeah.
lovely listeners and Patreon people, Papa Squeaky.
Big shout out.
Good
Big shout out.
fucking choice,
ups.
bud.
Big ups.
Big ups.
Big snaps.
Big ups on that guy.
Big fucking snaps. Give him the snaps. Put it right in the fucking mic.
I realized I should probably do it too because you guys could see that I wasn't doing
Fuck
it.
yeah, big ups.
Idiot.
I'm totally that dude in like church or like anything that just doesn't do the rest of the shit. Just like
They're like clap. You're like, mm-hmm. Everybody says amen. You're
Yeah.
like, sure, dude.
yeah.
All right, go to our Patreon for the post show. We'll hit you up with that in a bit. All right, bye
Boom.
everybody.